Perfect. So, we should crack in because we had a little bit of a slow start. We finished, to recap where we were last week, we finished after a long rest, which we have looked at just slightly tweaking the rules on long rests. So taking a full 36 hours whilst in safety. So the guys spent the day getting the car back. You got the car back successfully. That was a good little mission now. Dylan nearly getting killed. And get the car, went back to the Swanbourne school. No, sorry, the Winslow school, to go and pick up the rest of your party and bring him to the new safe house. Upon arriving, the safe house was not so safe. Susie had become a zombie, a monster, and as you went in and Greg went in to find and see how Laura was getting on, you found that Laura was had been ripped apart, and Susie was in the room, turned, as Dylan called, and a fight ensued with everyone, including the guy that died. I've deleted his name and forgotten him already.
Greg?
No.
Oh, Liam.
Liam.
Laura.
Liam. Oh, yeah, Liam and Laura. With all three being killed in the process of you guys going back to pick them up. So you loaded up the vehicle, brought back the supplies you had, and after a hectic couple of days, took your long rest at the Horwood house. Dylan tried his hardest to find a shotgun, as he always does, but only found a shovel and a few different garden implements, and you guys used the shovel to.
Net.
You buried Graves, didn't you? Rather than
Yes.
Yeah. So the rest of the bodies were taken outside, and Graves was buried with his stuff being taken from his body. Guns taken, and I think Luke is looking after those, which is great. He also has a lance. And the rest of the bandit bodies were taken outside. And did you burn them in the end? Pretty sure you burned them.
We planned to. I don't know if we actually did or not.
Yeah, we needed to get the tea bags.
Oh, yeah. Beth had all the tea bags. That was a shame. I think tea bags were actually collected. You did make a note of collecting tea bags from the.
Yes,
from the
really.
so that's good. And then, came back and had your long rest. So 36 hours is time when you can normally take to try and learn some things or craft some things or reinforce the building. But having no supplies, you guys just took the time to rest, get yourself back up to full hit points. And that would bring us round from the morning of that day through the full day and day into the evening and back to the next evening. As you're now all, if you hadn't already, all taken your full rests. So we will start with an evening's watch, as you've all kind of made a bit of home in your living areas of the base, straightened out where the barricades were made sure that you've got a sitting area now. Luke's been sorting out the kitchen, trying to make sure that he's got enough stuff there where he needs to cook and make some food. And the Colonel continues to bumble around the house trying to find things and reorganise where his possessions had been moved by the bandits. But we get into the what would be the second evening. So would anybody like to take watch this fine evening? Or is there anything else you would like to do beforehand?
I can do the first watch, haven't it?
Yeah. Anybody like to go with? You doing two on the watch or one on the watch?
I'm not feeling too well, so I'm going to just take a kip.
Perfect. Okay, one. Anyone want to take second watch? Pops can take second watch if need be.
Cool. Silence.
Me and Pops again then.
Yep.
Has Beth come out of the room yet?
Beth will come to Beth in the due course. So Beth, you had locked yourself away in the room upstairs after finding Graves' body, and have been up there ever since. So it's up to you. Would you like to remain in the room, or are you coming down after 36 hours in solace?
What I was going to do is on the second night watch, I'm going to while I'm thinking everyone's asleep, I'm going to kind of compose myself, slap myself in the face, and kind of leave the room. And I'm going to try and go find the tap still working.
The taps here probably are still just about working, but they're limiting the use of the water because they're running off the estate, but it will run out soon.
I'm going to go try it. I
As part of the
imagine
evening.
I imagine I'll be noticed when I go to do when I leave the ring and like go downstairs because I want to try and like freshen up.
Okay. And you want to do it, but you want to do it as part of the, because you can sneak down as part of the watch if you want.
I want to sneak down while they're
During
doing
the
the
watch.
watch.
Fair enough. Perfect. So everyone beds down for the evening in their different nooks and crannies that they've found. Dylan is sobering up a little from the last of his spliffs, and I think he's very close, if not already, running out of his sweet, sweet Mary J. So we'll see what that does for him. As Matthew, you take up first watch. How would you like to watch?
Pull a chair just out the front. Yes, just sit out just outside the front door,
Outside the front.
so I can see down the road.
Yep. Perfect. So you settle down for the evening. Can you give me a perception check, please?
Yes, that is a 17.
17. Perfect. So as you sit and listen up the road again, much as you did the watch the night before, you hear much of the same as the night before. Definitely some movement along the dual carriageway, or what sounds like it's coming from the dual carriageway, which is not too dissimilar from what you'd heard the night before. The noise from the town, you noticed, isn't there, which is one you had heard the night before, but clearing them out the time before, you seem to feel like the problems are further away, which is nice. And just as you're kind of enjoying, as the evening sky, the stars coming out now, where there's less and less light pollution from all the electricity going out, you pick up another sound, a bit more, again, almost as distant as the dual carriageway road, but you get there's the sound of, it kind of travels. It feels like not like a lot of footsteps and rabble, but some banging. Maybe the odd part alarm noise, maybe from a car, maybe a smash window. There's like the sounds of something happening out away towards possibly where you had seen the road going towards the medical centre. It'd be the direction of travel you got, but it could have been further. But yeah, you pick up that there's some sound going off. But from your feeling of the 2 nights watch, there's nothing in the immediate town that's going to cause you any immediate danger during the next few hours.
Okay, good.
You're getting good at these now. The more you're doing them. So your watch comes to an end, and I assume you're going to go and wake up Pops.
Yep. Yeah, we'll go and wake up Pops and
So
a bit of rest myself.
Yeah, Pops has found himself like a nice stiff armchair, like a little wingback one, and he just tends to sleep himself there. So you should wake him up. He's like, whoa. What Matthew thinks so. At this time, Beth, you kind of are trying to creep your way downstairs. Do you want to just roll a perception check for me?
Perception or stealth?
Perception first.
12.
12. So as you come out and you come downstairs and you listen, from what you can hear, you don't hear the conversation between Matthew and Pops. They've got a little routine now where they barely exchange words on the changeover. So you think no one's downstairs. So give me your stealth check now.
Yeah. 3.
3. So as you come down the stairs, Matthew, you take yourself away to sit down. As Pops gets up and has a little stretch, you hear the creak of the bottom stair. Second from bottom stair, everyone gets caught out by as
They smell me before they see me.
Oh, we did say you were going to be pooping yourself up in there. 36 hours without leaving the room. You had to find somewhere to put your feces. So yes, as you go downstairs, you hit the creek. Matthew, you and Pops at the same time would have heard this and look up as you see Beth kind of just poking his head around the bottom of the staircase. Oh.
Beth?
Hello.
How you doing?
I've been better.
Yeah, you smell like you've been better.
Wow.
But, there's certain ways of dealing with things. How are you getting on anyway?
Is there any water that I can, clean myself up with?
There's a cup. Actually, yeah. Come with me. There's a couple of big office water bottles that we've collected. We'll take one of those out the front and we'll get you cleaned up so these guys can sleep.
And I kind of follow. It's not really saying much, just kind of looking sheepish, we'll say.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, did you turn me up?
Yes, I have
Cynthia?
to drop.
Yeah, perfect. Yeah, so I'll just sheepishly sort of follow.
Yeah, cool. So, Pops and Beth make their way outside. Matthew, I'm assuming you were laying down, unless you want to follow as well.
No, I'm good.
Off to bed you go. Get your.
It's usually me as the homeless one getting the outside bath. But, yeah.
Cool. So as you come outside, Pop sits you down, he cracks the seal off the front of the water, and offers it up for you to pop your hands out, pop your head out, to give yourself a freshen up.
I start taking my clothes off.
Oh. Normally have to
No. I'd take the water and kind of wash over my face and kind of over my head through my sort of balding hair, and just kind of try and return to some sense of composure.
Yep.
So did what did I miss?
I think you've missed quite a lot, but let's not worry about it tonight, shall we? Get yourself washed up. Get yourself back in action. We need you at full fitness. How are you feeling anyway? It was quite a shock you took, I'm sure.
Yeah, I've been better. Why are you friendly with us now?
With you now, our plan is always to be friendly, but you know what it's like. We just wanted to make sure that we could get back in. But I mean, as much of a arsehole as Dylan is, he did vouch for you guys. So we just wanted to double check. We're just like the rest of you. We just want somewhere safe to hold up for however long we need to be. So yeah, we were never unfriendly.
Right. Okay. So I can help fortify the house.
That's great. Do you know what? That's one of the things we've got on the list that needs to get done. Akira's been building a list of things and supplies we're going to need to go and get. So knowing that you're able to help there is going to be good. But like I say, get yourself set. You've taken a big shock. It's going to take a while to, I'm sure, process and go over it. Take your time. We need you alive and fit. So enjoy this evening. Sour here on this watch, and we'll get to that in due course.
Thank you. I'm gonna look to join the watch as well.
Mm-hmm.
Just kind of so I'm not by myself again.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Well, it's always nice to have company on a watch, It's a peaceful time, actually. Just listening out for anything that may be a danger. But do you know what? During the night, barely anything goes wrong.
No.
Ha! Jokes.
Famous last words.
Perfect. So, we will cut to the road. The road outside of the medical centre, where a doctor is frantically fighting his way through a car park in the dark, trying to find his way to freedom. Coming outside to what was nighttime, not really realising that it was possibly nighttime, and seeing for the first time the state of the world and the danger that he's possibly in. Gripping the few belongings that he has with him, he's kind of making a headway as fast as he can, trying not to attract as much attention as possible, as he is pursued out of the car park towards the town of Little Horwood. I think it's Little Horwood. So, Dave, would you like to describe your character that we see running, clutching their belongings in the dark towards the town?
Yeah, so average kind of like size guy, probably like 5, probably a bit shorter actually, probably like 5'7", 5'8". Quite a skinny build. Looks incredibly tired. Probably in his mid to late 30s, but looks almost as if he's in his late 40s. slightly greying, like black hair, possibly because he's not been able to use his Just for Men for a while because he's basically just been housed up in the medical facility. And yeah, just kind of looking really frantic. He's wearing his usual purple lab coat, so there's no mix-up with white chef coats. And generally, yeah, just kind of looks a little bit skittish at the moment for obvious reasons.
Perfect. So, Kieran is running his way down towards the roads, remembering, not being local, but remembering that there was a town on the way out, the way he would drive in from the dual carriageway through the town and out to medical centre. That was his best hope. As he makes it towards Little Hallwood, he runs into and notices that the dual carriageway is blocked. There are a few lurking, not really shambling around or moving much, but he notices the outline of what looked like further zombie attackers. And that's when he remembers the house, the manor house. Surely there may be some safety from what is pursuing him and from where he's just came. Beth, can you give me a perception check for being outside with Pops?
11.
So as you guys are sat outside, Pops is rambling along in your ear, just trying to... You get the feeling that he's just trying to check that you're comfortable, and he's kind of just talking about everything and anything as you just kind of stare out and listen. And try and you do your best to listen, but you don't pick up too much. Kieran, you make a quick assessment. You look to in the kind of right and in front of you. You notice there's probably, you make out a handful of attackers one way, spin around back towards the road to check whether that is indeed clear, and you can see that you are being pursued by attackers, some of which seem to be gaining on you, and you make your dart and then down towards the driveway. You come up to... Yep.
Just going to kind of pick up a jog almost just to outpace them.
Yeah. So you come up to the fence of the house. Again, straining to see, you can't see any, there's no light other than what is the lateral moonlight, which you've starting to adjust to now you've been outside. You get to the main gate. You have the option of jumping it, opening it. What would you like to do?
Probably I'm going to open it.
Yep.
But trying to be like really quiet, mainly because I know that I'm being pursued.
Okay. So you find along to the edge, open the gate. Can you give me a stealth check?
Unbelievable. 17.
17, nice. So you feel along, you find the latch, and you manage to just lift it enough to open the gate out. Push the gate just enough for you to slide round and close it behind you as you start making your way towards down the road towards the manor house. Can you give me a perception check? And again, Beth, can you give me another perception check?
13.
10 for me.
10. Beth doesn't have eyes. As you start running down towards Kieran, you notice the two gentlemen sat outside the front of the house. And as you're making up, and as you're taking your first few steps, not you're in a slower pace now, but you're still moving. You're not in a full stealth crouch. You're still making your way at a decent pace, but you're trying to keep it quiet. You're up on the grass verge, so your steps don't make sound. You see them, and at the moment, they do not see you.
Okay. Kind of go back to a normal walk, and just kind of quietly, just like, hello. I don't want to talk too loud because there was people back on the road. Hello, and just kind of start walking towards them.
Through the ramblings of Pops, Beth, you hear someone whispering from the driveway.
What was that?
Hello. I'm trying not to be loud.
Oh God! Is it the ghost of Graves?
He's such a fuck. Pops goes, I don't think so, Beth. Let's just take it cool. Pop stands up and you feel him like make himself large. He's like, what can we do for you?
Sorry, my name's Kieran. Dad, and I was working up at the medical facility. The power, the generators have gone down, and we got overrun. And I was told to come here if anything bad happened. He said it was quieter and a good place to fall back to if I couldn't get anywhere within the town.
Who told you that?
It was within the notes. I've been in there for the last 6 months, working through this, and just kind of look around and.
Did you cause this?
At this point, Kieran, you hear the gate, and like it's knocking against the latch that you've just.
I tried to loose them and tried to be quiet.
Okay. We'll sort this out. Come in. Beth, go and wake the guys up.
Has he brought an army to come?
There was only like
Beth.
2 or 3.
Beth, go and get people. Wake them up.
I'll go inside and
I can certainly help.
Go inside and kind of like shout really loudly as best I can. I'm not going to do it because my throat hurts. IRL, but
Okay, cool.
just imagine that I've shouted really loudly. I'm like, there's things. I think maybe everyone awake, please. Come help.
Matthew, you're barely getting off to sleep, if asleep at all, as you hear this go through. John and Luke, you both hear this very clearly. Dylan, you feel hear and just roll over as he tucks himself back in. So yeah, you've been given the call. Wake up, what's going on? At the front, Kieran, give me a perception check for peering into with disadvantage.
I rolled on that one.
Oh, okay, perfect. You see nothing. So as you come in, you see the figure of Pops, quite a larger, slightly older gentleman, but very big built guy. And you notice at this point that he had a bat in his hand as he was waiting, and he calls you over, and as he calls you past, almost like pushes you behind him and stares out. Okay, no, there's definitely more than a few. If they're pushing a gate like that, we just need to get ready, because I don't know how many are going to come, but we need to do this as quietly as we can to make sure that no more turn up.
I can certainly try and help with that, and just kind of take my backpack off my back and just kind of start rummaging through and basically spend the time just kind of looking to get things together.
Perfect. The rest of you, what are you doing?
I'm gonna come out with my lance in my hand and go, "What the fuck's going on, guys?"
We've got keep your voice down. We've got we've got a new friend, which is good, but we need to sort out. There's a few, whether they are attackers coming over the fence. We need to make sure we're going to take these down quietly. I'm not sure how many there are, but we need to do this as quietly as we can so we don't attract any more.
When you say attackers, are these dead or undead?
I mean, I can't tell, but the way that they're making a little bit of noise and shuffling, I'd assume dead.
Okay.
Good. All right, fan out. Matthew and John.
Yes, I'll make my way outside with my pipe in my hand.
Yeah, I'll come out with my hammer ready.
Okay.
As he says fan out, I stop rummaging in the bag.
Yep.
And pull out a dart gun out of the backpack.
Nice.
And one of the smoke grenades in my pocket. But I would have tried to do it just kind of rummaging around. And
And it's dark. You guys, at the moment, have no light source. So unless someone wants a light source, you are currently going to be fighting in the dark.
Well, I have a torch.
Okay. So it's whether you want to use. If you want to use a torch, let me know, because that'll affect your perception rolls and what you do in the dark. But yeah. Take this off. So, if we have the front of the house here, where would people like to be placed?
I'll go as my guy kind of does, because thinks he's Chuck Norris. I'll go right at the front.
Yeah, so you come up alongside Pops. Sorry.
You're about to call him Chuck Norris, then, weren't you?
Yeah, I was. Matthew.
Yeah, I'll go alongside as well.
Alongside. So you guys just want to be stood next to each other?
given that I would have been probably, like, I'm picturing in my head that I would have kind of left my bag next to the door, not inside.
Yeah.
I'll probably just be kind of behind the car almost.
Yep. Okay.
I want
Kind
to
of trying to use
stand.
it as cover.
I want to stand almost not directly behind, but like to the side of Kieran, because I think Beth's got it in his head that he's the reason there's zombies.
Okay. Luke.
I'll stand alongside at the front.
Okay. Nice. Nice forward frontal assault. Those guys at the front. Each give me a perception check to see if, with disadvantage, unless one of you is going to use a torch.
What's the
No, I'm not
disadvantage
thinking.
again?
You roll d20 twice, you take the lowest number. So if someone's going to use a torch, because what I'm looking for here is to give you guys a bit of an idea of what is in front of you. So if you're going to use a torch, you can shine it, and then you'll all be rolling standard. But then there's a light, which obviously will have an impact. If you don't, you're all going to roll with disadvantage, and then you're just going to hope that one of you rolls 2 okay dice.
Well, I rolled a 19 and then a 2, so
Okay, so yours is a 2. So
mine's a 2.
I suppose it's on John. Are you going to use the torch or not use the torch?
No, I'm not, because I'm not thinking like that at the minute.
Okay. Cool.
I may have forgotten to level up, so I'm just going to do that now.
Oh, come on! Yeah, Pop's on that one as well. So, Matthew and John.
Yeah, so
disadvantage
I
perception.
got a. So my lowest one is a 4.
4, nice.
I got with my bonuses a 19.
But did you roll 2 d20?
Yeah, I had a 16 and a 14.
Fucking hell. Okay, so as you're
My
there, and Pop's
first-
like, right, keep quiet, they're coming. What'd you get? Sorry, Beth?
What was I rolling?
Disadvantage perception, which has been really bad for you so far.
That's a 4 and a 5.
Cool.
I got
So
11 with mine, if that counts.
Okay. I think, yeah, with John's roll, he'll have enough in there. So, John, as Pops is like, right, keep quiet. We just need to fan out, take these down as quickly as we can, as quietly as we can. Get no more coming in. And you lean forward, get out in front and peering in. And as you peek down, you can see a bit further up the pack than anyone else. And you see lots of,
Can you just check your DMs first?
yeah, that's fine. And then lots of bodies falling over the fence. As you work it out, you can see at least 5 have made it over the fence, and there's possibly some behind coming.
I think there's quite a few there. Looking about between 8 and 10.
Yes. In this low light as well.
Oh god, someone's gonna die again, aren't they?
I mean, I've got a torch, but I don't know if that'll just attract them more. What do you think?
Are you being bait?
We don't know how well they can handle the darkness as well. They may have an advantage over us if we
I
don't
mean-
use the torch.
Their eyes are like glazed over, so maybe they don't see so well. Maybe that gives us a bit of a more advantage.
Well, they're going to be on us, and we need to just decide what we're going to do.
Yeah. Can you all roll advantage? Initiative. Please roll initiative.
Ooh, nat 20.
Ooh.
Also, nat 20.
Bit of a waste doing it on initiative,
Who's
right?
got,
I know.
Who's got the highest dex?
Probably not me.
I
Definitely
got
not me.
13.
I got 8.
I've got 9. So mine would be a 1 initiative.
Mine would be a 10.
10. Beth?
I got 12.
Nice. Where's you? So yours was a 12, Dan? Did I make that?
Correct.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Perfect. So as you look up Matthew, you are first in order. You've got the information from John that they are coming over the fence. There's some there. What would you like to do? You guys, with the perception roll, mean that you spot them further back than you would have done beforehand. So you've got a bit of time before they're in range.
How tall are those fences?
They're jumpable. They'd use a bit like going climbing through a window. You probably lose 5 foot of movement to jump a bush fence. It'd make a noise as well.
Maybe if we, if stand on either side, so they draw them in the middle.
Yeah, that's what I was
flank them.
thinking. That's what I thought. If I go up next to where the bush line is, stand just to, around there,
Yeah. You can
and ready my weapon.
Okay. You can hold an action, hold an attack for anyone that comes in range.
Yep.
Perfect. Kieran. Dave.
Sorry, I'm just thinking.
Yes.
You're a scholar. Should be quick thinking.
I'll probably hold my action and aim down towards, just kind of shoulder in and just ready in action, basically aiming down. I'm not going to move anywhere.
You want to stay? Well, if you're ready, actually, it'd be your eyes. You want to probably get to the front of the car because the car would directly be blocking you.
Yeah, get to the front of the car then, and
then you'd have sight line to. Cool.
Just kind of whisper across and be like, I think they're. Do tell me if I'm wrong, but it makes sense in my head. I think because they're going to be susceptible to the light as well. Like, we can try and dazzle them with the torches if they're really bright. Just kind of whisper that across, because I'm still trying to stay as quiet as possible.
Yep. Beth.
What am I going to do? Think I'm just going to stay where I am, just kind of keeping a side eye on Kieran. I don't know where he's come from. He's brought all these things with him, and I'm just suspicious. I'm not going to ready an action or anything. I'm just going to kind of keep close and see kind of what happens.
Okay.
I will. My hammer's one-handed, isn't it? So I'm going to bring out my torch in my second hand if possible, just in case we give it a try. I'm not going to do it until I think someone else does it, or kind of last resort, but it's an option and I want it to be there as an option. That's okay.
Yeah, that's fine. Let me just check that I can. Yeah, so you got your torch in your hand, and then Luke.
I'm gonna go alongside Matthew.
You're gonna go alongside, behind or like the other side?
Just to the side of him. So yeah, where you are now, like around there. Yeah.
Okay, cool. And remember, with the lance out, you've got that 10 foot. So this would be the square would be 5. So you can attack anything that comes into here with the held action.
Okay. So I'm gonna ready for action. My weapon.
Yep. Cool. Right, let me just get these in. 1, 2. Perfect. So, hearing the noise, these guys start to shamble forward. You haven't actually caused them to need to sprint, so I don't think they'd come any further. Anyone with held actions, because you didn't cause them to run forward, can you give me, especially those up front, Luke and Matthew, perception checks? Because you're a little bit closer to the front now.
That's a 4.
17.
Oh, nice.
That's a 16.
16. Okay, so Matthew and Kieran, as you're looking through, you notice them and you see very clearly the 5 of them that are shambling down. They're making their way towards you, not in the hurry. But Kieran, you wouldn't have necessarily noticed this as much, bar being chased. But Matthew, you definitely have seen the difference between when they're roaming, looking for something, and when they've got the smell or the taste of something, and they're making that concerted, rushed, animalistic effort to chase down and kill something. So you get the feeling they still, whilst they know someone was here and they're following sound, they haven't picked up on anything yet. They've not seen anything that's going to give them away. And you also both spot, and Kieran, as you're aiming up behind, you see more coming over the fence. You probably make out it's only probably about 2 or 3 that have come over, but there's still a few more that have dropped over the back. As Matthew, it's run to you again. Is there anything you'd like to do before?
I haven't had my
John's go.
yet.
Oh, sorry.
Pops.
Oh, yeah,
Hasn't
sorry.
done anything either.
I wasn't sure if the zombies had initiative over us.
No, they didn't.
That's why I've not
This is
done it.
because you're right at the very bottom of the list. John, sorry, what would you want to do?
I'll move over to kind of the opposite side where Matthew is, against the wall, like Matthew is, but on the other side.
Yep. Yeah, so that would have happened before they moved.
Yeah. Is Pop staying where he is?
Yeah, Pops is. He would have just rocked forward a little bit, but he's in the fanning out of. They're going to come in. You two are either. If you two go on either side, he's going to take any that come down the middle.
Okay, can I actually then be in the square diagonally to Pops, but in front, slightly in front? Yeah, there.
Yeah.
So I'll get my torch out in my other hand. I'm hammer in one hand, ready an attack, but also want to use my bonus help action for Pops, should you need it.
Okay, cool. So that just gives him advantage on his next roll.
Yeah.
Perfect. Yeah, sorry, I didn't see you right on the bottom. Right. Cool. So, you've spotted a few more have jumped over. These ones are in, but they've not noticed anything yet. You've kept yourself quite quiet as they step forward. So, at this...
Was it not Matthew's go now?
Well, I mean, were you holding action still, or were you going to move? Was anyone going to move from where they were before the next lot come over?
Oh, I'm not.
No.
I'm just going to stay holding action here.
I'm not there.
Okay. Perfect. Cool. So at this point, they step up. That will go to there. That will go to there. That will go to there. So it's the first one pops on the one passes by the edge of the bush. Matthew and Luke, you both get your action to swing in if you would like to take.
I think I can reach that one.
You can reach the
yellow
yellow one as well, yeah. You could both take a swing against this one. So, Matthew, you'd be first up. You see, as the body just passes by the edge of the bush as you're crouched there. You can take your attack if you'd like to take your attack.
Yeah, I'll swing pole in.
Yeah.
That is a 14.
14 hits.
That's a 5 damage.
5, nice. Okay, so as it swings out, you come across, big uppercut across the front of the chest as the zombie gives out a scream. Alerting as the rest of them, you hear the noise of them all starting to make the move now. As Luke, you then ready for your lance attack. I'm assuming that straight stab towards the sound you just heard.
Yep. Other than that 20.
Oh, damn.
Oh, this zombie's gonna get fucked up.
Yeah, and then it's the 8, isn't it? The
No, it's 12, isn't it?
It's a D12.
12.
Yeah.
D12. Okay, 1 second.
Yeah, lance
And I'm adding. Is it just strength for a lance? Isn't it?
Yeah, just strength. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's 9.
9
Lance
Double
straight
it.
through the mouth.
Yeah.
You double it 'cause it's natural, isn't you?
Yeah,
So
you-
double the dice
double
roll
the
and
dice
then
roll.
add your strength.
Say that again. Sorry.
What was?
You double
What
the
was your
dice
dice
roll,
roll?
and then you add the strength.
So that'll be 15.
Nice. Okay. Funny enough,
Go.
it's a little bit dead. Yeah. So, Matthew, you swing across the front. The scream goes out as this. It's almost stunted scream as the lance pierces straight through the center of the mouth, through to the back, sort of like crouching up into the brain as this crumples, and you hear it fall to the ground.
Yeah.
You hear the rest of them though make the noise as they've heard the scream that something is going on. As it will then swing round. Kieran, you have an action to take across. You would only probably be able to thread the needle to this one in the middle here. The one in front of John, you would be obstructed by with John there, so you could roll disadvantage if you wanted to, or you could go for the one that you could probably see.
Is this still the held action?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'm
I just
gonna
say you want. Sorry, gone.
try and thread the needle, but it's. Do you want me to message you what I've got with them, or? Shall I just say it's?
No, you can just say.
Yeah, so it's just sedation at the moment.
Okay.
Yes, I'll just aim at the one that I can see without disadvantage,
Mm-hmm.
and then take the shot.
Cool.
That is remembering character sheet. 11.
11. Yeah. 11 hits. Yeah. Sorry.
Okay. And a 3 for the damage.
Okay, cool. Just realised. So. That one's gone. That one's. Perfect. So you. Cool. So yeah, you fire in. You see the bullet. You see the impact as it comes just in, catches on the around the collarbone area. You're aiming kind of up for the neck, come down a little bit and catch just in the chest, but the dart connects, and you can see it's hanging out of the zombie's chest there.
Okay. For everyone else, you literally just almost hear almost like a paintball gun type thing. It's like an air compression.
Beth,
Right.
that is you.
Can I just say, is it just me that you're cutting out for her? Or
It was a little bit for me
Yeah,
as
you
well.
have it
Yeah,
as
for
well.
me too.
Oh,
Yeah.
I was going to say something.
Okay.
It's
It seems
only
to be
every
like
now and
when you move back a bit, you seem to sort of just
It
cut
drops
out.
out of it. Okay. Let me.
It's almost like
You're
mutant
like,
You
well,
gate.
it was like I think it's lagging a little bit on Discord because it was your picture was freezing as well.
Okay. It could be. Yeah, the internet just had a little bit of a poop. Yeah, it looks like the internet might have just pooped a little bit, but it's back.
Got Ethernet cable in.
Yeah, I did. Learned that lesson many times. Okay, perfect. So yeah, the rest of you hear the sound of like a soft like sound,
compressed air, yeah.
like a very violent fart. And then John, you would have felt the as something hits into the zombie to your side. It is now
What the fuck was that?
Beth's go.
Seeing this happen, or hearing this happen, and kind
You would
of.
have.
just
Well,
not
you're
being
close
on-
enough. You would have seen him up with the like almost working out. Like what the hell? And then you hear it fire, and you're like, oh, that is not.
As it was pretty cool, I'm going to see whether I can trust his idea. I'm going to go level with the old man whose name
Pops.
Pops.
Keep it simple.
And I'm going to turn on. Will turning on the torch be an action? Can I do it as bonus action?
No, you can do the bonus action.
Can I turn on the torch and kind of just aim it in the general direction of the zombies?
Yep. Yeah, you can.
And then can I hold an attack action?
Yes. What for anyone that comes within your range?
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. So the light goes on, and as you light down. The torches are only a thin beam, but you can clearly see now this pack of zombies here. And as the light goes down, you see over the fence the ones coming towards you. Their eyes all lighting up. The white irises just facing back at you. But yeah, you now have all clarity on the battlefield and who is in front. Luke.
Is it not me again?
No, you're at the bottom. Oh,
Luke glanced, didn't he?
that was on his held.
Oh, it was his held action.
That was his held action. Yeah.
Did you hold one as well, John?
Yeah, I did. I've just realised.
Oh, I was gonna say. I thought you. Okay.
Okay, we can just leave. Skip it if you want. I'm not too bothered.
No, you take your held action. There's one in front. There's enough there. There's enough to hit for everybody.
Okay, okay, well, I'll take a swing at that one in front of me then.
Mm-hmm.
It's not with advantage with held, is it?
No. No, it's just when you're taking an action outside of your normal turn.
So that would be a 19 to hit
19 hits.
and 8 damage.
8. So as you swing in... Okay, cool. You swing, big hit across. The zombie screams out, falls down to the ground, but you can see is still, whilst it's prone, is still breathing. 1 point. Okay, Luke, it's on to you.
Okay, so where can I move to hit 1.
You can step 10. So you need to go. Well, you could just step forward. Yeah, you can step forward here, and you should be able to get this one that you can now see.
Okay, I'll do that then.
So yeah, step forward 1. Yeah, that's 10 across.
That is 14.
14 hits.
And 7 damage.
7. That's big hit. Okay. So you again step forward. Lance still almost from where you hit the first strike and came back. You step down, same position, held it, and again similar effect, straight into the head, fall into the ground. You notice as well the dart hanging out of the attached in, just like below the collarbone as the zombie falls to the ground. But again, another good strong hit with the lance.
Okay, I'm gonna turn to Matthew and just like grin at him like I'm enjoying it.
Yep.
You're getting good with that.
Okay. So you've had your held, so these guys are going to move forward. Are they going to get up in front? No. So let me just check. I've got everyone on the board. So he's gone. He's. And
I should ask if I was to use my torch as a weapon, would that count as a simple weapon or unarmed?
No, it'd be technically unarmed because it's not really a weapon.
Oh yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah, unless you've got improvised weapons.
No,
which I think only Matthew has, so you can grab different things and use them as weapons. Okay, so you see coming forward, the pack is there. I think which ones haven't you guys haven't moved yet. So these guys are going to step up, and he's going to take a swing at you, John. Misses violently. So as he's stepping forward, trying to work out, sees it goes to jump towards you, swings off and misses to the side, and then our great friend is going to step inside the range. Oh god, I should clear some of these dead bodies. And look, you see, so have you stepped to move back? That this other zombie steps right inside, alongside your lance, and almost tries to grab it and pull himself towards you. Ah, fuck you, dice. And misses. So he jumps forward, and as he tries to grab the lance, you just move the lance. He slips on it as he stumbles, but he's now right up in your face, getting ready to attack as we go around. I think everyone's held actions and held movements are now done. So we're back into just.
I've had my held, but I haven't had my actual go.
You're full. Oh, you're at the bottom. That was Pops, so you two at the bottom, aren't you? Pops is going to. Yeah, Pop's going to step up, swing at this guy that's in front of him.
You get advantage as well.
Oh, that's good because I was a 3. What's going on with my dice? Sweet. Second one was 16. Very good, very nice. Pops has one of the machetes. Big swing down as he steps off the pavement, straight down in front of you, like alongside you, John. And the machete goes into the side. You hear the zombie. You hear the blood pull out as the machete is now dripping with the blood. And this zombie staring up now in front of you both. And it comes round to your go, John.
I want the one that's still alive and prone in front of me.
Yep.
I just want to take a big a kick with it with my steel tailcut boot.
Yep. Okay. He's run. So yeah.
So that'll be attack with advantage.
Yes. Melee attack. Yep.
So that would be a 19.
19 hits. And let's roll it as D4.
And a 9 damage.
Cool. So yes, you so you just want to You want to kick it or you want to stomp it?
I know, I want to kick it with my steel token.
Oh, okay, you kick it. Okay, so you step up and just give this the biggest
Like a
toe
penalty
punt.
kick.
Yeah, like a penalty toe punt though. One it's not a nicely taken.
Yeah,
kick.
not a side foot.
Like,
yeah.
Solly March.
Yeah. Just fills in, and your boot just goes into with the force in which you've given it goes into the side of the ribcage. You hear the crack. Pops kind of looks down at you as he winces as you've pierced.
No,
right
I was going for the head.
Oh, you were going for that. That's what I was checking. Okay, you pretty much boot the head into non-existence.
Sweet.
Toe punt, the skull cracks. This one is out of action.
Would that take me into that square as well, or would it not?
No, it wouldn't. But you could move because you still have movement.
I'll be in attack of opportunity. Though.
You are anyway because of course.
Yeah, but if I move, it would
It means
attack me.
it's close as well.
Yeah, so.
It's only if you move out.
Out. Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's just move
Out
out.
of his
Okay,
range,
I'll
so
move
you can
into
move
that
around
square.
him.
Yeah. You can come alongside him.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Okay. Now we're set. Matthew, back round to you.
Okay. I step forward.
So this one is
actually
gone as well.
I picked up the combat knife, didn't I, of Graves? I can throw that, can't I?
Yes.
Actually, no. I'm just gonna step into the square in front and swing my steel part of that one there.
Yeah, cool. So you step up. Eye up your target.
On
The
a
one that's
chance of
just
throwing the knife and hitting someone else, perhaps.
that's quite a good line to throw along.
And that's probably good I didn't do that because I just rolled a 7.
7. Nice.
7.
7 misses just. So yeah, you step forward. This one's kind of like almost still got a little bit of Luke's lances. He's trying to release it, and as you swing, the zombie's wobbling all over the place. You just glance aside, miss, don't connect strong enough to do any damage. Kieran.
Yeah, I'll probably step forward, so I'm like a couple of spaces to kind of go forward 10 foot, basically.
Straightforward.
No, like up one more from where you are. No.
Backwards.
I'm trying to like judge it from where you are.
The car.
And so I'm in front of the car. I'm like basically doing L shape. There we go. Yeah, from there. Am I able to see the guy in the red clearly, or do I need to go wider? Like, am I able to go like shoot over the bushes? Basically,
You probably want to take one step over
okay.
to shoot over the bushes. But yeah, you'll be able to shoot over the bushes from there with help of the torch.
Yeah, then try and take a shot at the guy in red.
Yep, cool.
Again, because I don't want to hit anyone.
Why ever not?
That's an 11 again.
11 hits.
And 4 damage.
4 damage, nice. Again, you line up over, and John, this time from your left here, you hear, and this just whistle of damage, and then you hear in front of you the zombie that's coming up. Scream as it pierces. This time, again, just in the lower part of the neck, but you hear the light thunder scream more than anything else from this zombie that just seems to have taken damage out of nowhere. Now we have our boy here, who 23rd. Oh. You're lucky. He's going to step forward and swing with the other guys in front of him. Make an attack towards you, Matthew. Seeing your swing as one of the last ones he's missed. That is a 15.
Yeah, that hits.
Oh, dropped it. Oh, 2 points of damage. So as you swing and miss at this one, almost before you even sit yourself down, you kind of feel this presence, and then bang, big slam hits you from the side as you notice that it was a strong hit, but this zombie is moving fast. This one, it wasn't there, and all of a sudden it's right on top of you. You're like, fucking take the big hit, and it's there. You are not grappled though. Now it is our dude here who's going to unfortunately probably go for you as well because you tried to hit him, motherfucker.
Mm-hmm.
That is a 15. That's what I just rolled.
Yep, that hits.
That is 2 points of damage. This time you are grappled as the one in grey returns the favour and manages to latch onto you, letting go of or release himself away from the lance and making that attack down on you.
We lost your sound there for a second again.
Oh. God damn it.
Does seem to be so, and you sort of lean back a bit.
Isn't it? Let me check the... I don't want to say
It wasn't lagging when you were doing it. You were still speaking.
No, yeah.
Your
It might
voice
be
cut out.
my... I turned my voice down very slightly because I felt like I was too...
It's like you just went completely mute.
You are the god of this world. Of course you'll be loud.
Ah, yes. Farts. Farts and bumholes. Farts and bumholes. Okay, yeah, I think
That's
it was.
better. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nipples.
Nipples! Yeah, I turned my voice down and didn't turn my gate down, sorry. Perfect. So yes, returning the favour, the zombie in grey grapples hold of Matthew after missing that swing, and he's just taken that hit from the one in green as well. And next up we have our friend in blue, just taking a big hit from Pops, looks back up at him and will swing to try and pin him down. Rolls an 18, so does so, and Pops takes... Oh, fuck you.
It's gone again.
Yeah.
Hello.
Yeah, back again.
Pops takes 3 points of damage. Okay, I'll try not to turn away at all. 3 points of damage to Pops as he is also grappled. Beth, you are up.
It's me, Beth.
So you're Beth.
Right, I'm gonna have to move forward and start engaging with some bitches.
Really?
So,
Why?
let's move forward. Torch is still on, obviously, so we can see what's going on.
Yep.
So which one's? So which one's grappling Pops? Which one's grappling?
Blue is grappling Pops. Grey is grappling my big fat hand's in the way. This one's
Yeah, no,
grappling
no,
Matthew.
cool.
This one's grappling Pops.
I'll go for the one that's grappling Matthew.
Okay.
So I'll move forward
Yep.
and lash out with me hammer.
Take a swing.
Ooh, that was actually not bad. That's an 18.
An 18. That is a hit. It's not bad. That's
People
not
are
bad.
rolling. People are doing bloody D4, D12s and D8s of damage. I got a D4.
Well, I mean, that's because they got all their weapons last week when you were locking yourself in a room, clapping.
That was the
shit
machete. 2 + 1, 3.
Weak.
Does that break the grapple or not? How does that work?
He has to roll to ensure he keeps hold of it.
Oh, like a concentration check. Cool.
Yeah. That was so cocked. That was a 2 or an 18. He rolls a 14, so Matthew remains grappled. So the big swing comes down with a hammer onto the arm, and he screams out, ah! Looks back, but he's still holding on, moving his head towards Matthew with every millisecond that passes in the crazy combat of D&D. Luke.
I'm going to go for the one that's got Matthew as well.
So, a warning. You are inside 5 foot, so you will be rolling with disadvantage with the lance.
Can I move back and attack?
You actually can,
Same
because
move?
because he's grappling Matthew, he won't attack of opportunity you because he'd have to let go of his grapple. So you can step back.
Yeah, I'll do that then.
So you step back to release the lance because he's tangled up in where he is. Step back to release it under your arm, and you go forward for the attack again.
I mean, I might as well just done a disadvantage because I got a 5.
The 5 misses. You don't quite have the strength to get the lance up to where you want it before you launch forward again. As you launch forward, you launch right between the zombie's legs. Woohoo! Miss him. But you are still there, so that's good for you. You can move if you would like to move.
I'll stay where I am for now.
Okay. Perfect. Okay. That's that one. That's that one. He doesn't exist. That was lucky. So, where is the space? There is no space.
Is it my go before they go, or am I after?
No, it's you're after.
Okay.
I think she just didn't move last time, but there's nowhere to. So she's going to occupy the space of the dead one. I think this one was dead because you got it. Big style.
Or his actual. The stream camera worked, but the other camera that you have froze. It just dropped again a little bit.
I did it.
I don't know if it's there
Yeah,
for everyone
it's
else.
just it's 700. It seems to be just like pinging out every so often.
I think it's Discord things, to be honest.
Thanks, Discord. You're wonderful. Cool. So this one moves forward and is going to have to hold an action. For where
I was worried then where the bush line actually was.
Yeah,
Luckily,
it's-
that line does. it is down that pathway.
It is down that pathway. I moved it back when I
Thank
knocked
God.
it back. Yeah. I was trying to work. I was worrying the same thing. I was wondering whether they'd throw themselves over. I think in a rabble they're just going to throw themselves forward to try and push through, but they're not going to push through. They're not going to have enough to push through. So yeah, that's a shame. Pops is up again. He's just going to swing down on this guy in blue. He's grappled. No, he's going to try and break the grapple. It was a 15. Pops fighting off. Just hulks out. You hear a lovely cry from the big man Pops as he frees himself from the grapple. Very happy with himself. But that is his action. He is... he's going to step to the side to try and create some space. See if he can funnel him out. Get himself out of the way, but not outside that he's going to take any damage. As our boy comes forward here. Again, they're going to hit traffic. Although if he could get in.
How would I get attack of opportunity on him if he did that?
No, because he's not going to leave. He's entered your
Oh,
space,
no, yeah,
but he's not
yeah.
leaving your space because he would have gone 5, 10, 15, 20. He's allowed to get through. With the 20, he can still attack. Is he going to attack Pops or is he going to attack Beth? He would have seen Pops, though, wouldn't he? I was going to say Beth's crouched down, but that's not a real thing. Although Beth has the light. All right. 1, 2 Pops, 3, 4 Beth. 3 Beth.
No.
So we're down to the dice, baby. Ow! An 8. Doesn't hit, I'm
Just
assuming.
misses.
Oh. So this one pushes through. You hear him screaming, and as he turns towards you, holding out the torch and just launches towards. And as you move back, the light catches his face as it reels and misses the attack on you. John, you are up.
I'll take a swing at the one right next to me.
The blue one, the yellow one, or the red one?
The yellow one, the one. The blue one, the one that Pops hit before.
Okay, cool. Sweet. Roll your attack.
So that would be a 15 to hit.
15 hits.
And a whopping 11 damage.
Okay. So you... sorry, I'll just press the wrong button on the paste. You absolutely... 11. And this guy had... Okay, yeah. Yeah, you ruin. Poof. This zombie, just again, big hammer swing in. This time the hammer goes into the skull and you just leave it in there. As the zombie falls to the ground, your hammer in tow, and you look down at your hands and you look up at everyone around you. You just feel this rage inside at these things coming in, ruining your day. You're feeling fucked up, like everything's going on. Like you just want to fucking kill things. Grr. I'm an angry little man. Matthew, round 2, you. You are still grappled by the one in grey currently.
I guess I'll try and break the grapple then.
Yep. Give me a strength check.
That is 18.
18 definitely breaks. I was like 18, yeah. So again, you weakened by a couple of attacks that got in. The arm slightly weakened from Beth's attack before. You leverage that to free one arm and then push and just get yourself free. The space you needed to free yourself from that grapple.
Nice.
Cool. You still got movement if you want movement.
I can't, can I? Because if I move anywhere.
If you move, they'll get attack of opportunities. But...
Yeah, so no, I'll just stay where I'm at.
Okay. Kieran.
Yeah, kind of step back towards the house a little bit. So I'm
Yep.
staying around, basically looping around the outside. Probably level with the red, blue, yellow people.
Yep.
Take 1-5 backwards towards the house.
Cool.
Basically, so he has to get 2 attacks of opportunity if he comes for me.
Mm-hmm.
Take another aim at red.
Mm-hmm.
Go again.
Perfect.
Only 7 this time.
7. Unfortunately, no. So as you aim up, probably the easiest shot you've had as the zombie's pushing through and going for the attack. This one, in the moment of attack, it's a different beast to have to try and take down, and you fire just wide as the dart disappears off down to the down on the driveway. Can you also, Kieran, give me a science check, an arcana check?
Yep. So 16, 17, 18, 19.
19. So as you've moved past and you've been watching what's gone on here before, as you step across and you're aiming up at the red zombie, you kind of glance after you missing down. The actions that you're seeing within the person that you probably don't know, but everyone else is calling John, seem incredibly familiar and incredibly worrying.
Okay.
As it is now. Our dude here again. Oh, it's annoying. So he's going to swing at you, Matthew. Our man in green. That is a 12.
Yeah, beats it.
Ooh, baby. That's all.
Fuck's sake.
2 points of damage. I've rolled 1 3 times. This one, again, just as you're blocking there, charges up to try and knock you, gives you a slam and knocks, but yeah, no grapple from the enemy in front of you there. This one is free. Yes, the lineup, they're all there at the same time. We'll go again on the... Because you broke free the grapple. So this is for the grey zombie. You broke free the grapple, but Beth was the last one to attack it. So we'll go 1, 2, Beth, 3, 4, Matthew. 3, Matthew. I'm not picking you, I'm sure.
No, of course not.
That's a
Wreckfest.
That's a 19.
That's Matthew, not Dylan, right?
Yeah. Someone's got to take the Dylan rage. That's a 19 plus stuff. So
Yeah, that definitely hits, yeah.
and that is 4 points of damage.
And that puts me down to 0.
Matthew falls unconscious on the battlefield. Technically prone, technically grappled as this guy would come for you, but yeah, you are down now. And then our man in blue is now dead. Beth, your go. You've just seen Matthew drop in front of you to the hands of this zombie in grey.
So what? There's 3 left, 4 left.
3 left. I'm pretty
4.
sure. Oh, 4. Sorry, yeah, they got one word. 1, 2, 3, 4.
I'm gonna lash out at the one that's just knocked down. Not down Mashy.
Mm-hmm. Whack away, Jim. It's
That's
looking.
another 18.
That's the hit. Is looking weakened.
4 points damage.
4 points. Oh, nice. 4 points. So you, swinging. This guy's gone. A big hit this time into the head. Doesn't pierce the skull as done before, but knocks it clean down to the ground. You see it's breathing, but it's down and prone. a nice swing, taking this guy out of action for the time being. Luke.
Is that Matthew ungrappled as well?
Oh yeah, will be Matthew ungrappled. Yeah,
Well, Matthew's down, isn't he?
he's down.
Yeah, but he
so
was
yeah,
also
yeah.
grappled. though.
He's not moving
So
anywhere.
who is left for me to attack right now in my?
There are
Tennessee.
people. There are people for you to attack. There also is
I mean, like,
a friend you
where are they?
grinned at dying. There's one here. There's one here, and there's one here. But Matthew is also down in front of one here.
I'll go for the one you're pointing at right now. Yeah.
Over the head.
Yeah. Yes, if you step here, that gives you the 10 foot to take your action across. So you can see him there across, so you line up to kind of step kind of semi over, although... No, that's not the step. I was just checking it wasn't where Matthew was lying down. Stepping alongside Matthew's unconscious body, ready to lance, and you take attack towards this one that's there.
Okay. That is an 8.
An 8. An 8 does not hit. Let me double check. No, an 8.
Peaked.
Oh no,
peaked
sorry,
too
an 8 does.
soon.
An 8 does hit. An 8 does
Oh,
hit.
an 8 hits. Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
So roll your damage.
That'd be a 7.
7. Big swing in. Strong, a large strike straight in as it screams out in front of you, but takes the hit through the chest. And as you hold it there, it almost you feel it almost push towards you with its chest before it launches itself out and just snarls straight back at you.
I need to learn about going for the head, really, don't I? Really.
You really do, yeah. Okay, so that is then gone. Our friend here is going to step forward and probably go for pops with the one in front, going for the other guy in yellow. So yellow is going for pops. No, rolls a 5. Fuck's sake, fucking stupid game. Pops. Seeing the attack, will swing back. 17. Go on, Pops. You mad lad. And 4 points of damage. So steps back from this zombie yellow coming for the attack, swings back and crack in with a machete again. A nice solid hit. And then our zombie in red is going to go for Beth again.
Beth.
That's a 9.
Miss.
Why I roll rubbish dice? I don't like.
Beth is superior. Beth will survive.
Beth is a shithead. Beth smells like poo. The zombie gets put off by this stench. Roll for poison damage.
The zombie is actually blinded by the torch, is the reason.
Oh, yes,
Canonically.
sorry. It's not the poo. In case anyone's worrying, it's not the poo. It's the torch. Okay, cool. So this is all swinging out around. John, round to your go. As you see the zombie fall in front of you, you leave your hammer in the body. You look down. You're feeling this intense rage as you look around. Confused by almost like the bloodlust in your eyes. Confused by what is going on, who is what. Just feeling rage and wanting to attack and wanting to eat. Make your attack.
With rage, I lash out at Pops.
Pop screams.
That'll be a 13 to hit.
13 hits.
2 damage.
2. Weak. So as you reach, as you drop down, you look up at Pops. A swing, a massive hit. Pops not expecting a hit to come from you. Goes, ah! What the fuck? Is back at you. Looking back. Beth and Kieran, can you both give me perception checks?
Oh no, I don't understand it. Nat 20.
Nat 20.
Fuck! Why did I do that now instead of when we were fighting?
I know.
19 again.
19. So you both hear the call from Pops. Kieran, you are almost expecting this. Kieran, you recognise this as an infected human.
Yep.
As I get rid of the Pepsi bottle in this tense moment. And Beth, the same. You look towards John, but John doesn't look like John. John's eyes, like there's something in his face, his expressions have changed, the way his cheekbones and muscles are engaged. He's snarling, he's drooling. as you look towards him, this looks very similar to a infected body. The irises, still his own irises, they're not turned white, but the facial expression does not look like John is within this body anymore. And that's round to Matthew's. Matthew's down. Matthew, can you DM me a death save, please? Secret death saves, they're my favourite. Okay. Sorry, I've got... Cool. Kieran.
So from what I've done previously, when I've seen infected hosts, as I would kind of note them as be taken away, I'm presuming that they would be sedated with a similar thing that I've concocted together in the darts.
Whenever they've got to the stage that you've seen them at here, the heightened aggression, the apparent loss of what was human in them, they were heavily sedated and then taken away by the down to the lower levels of the science center. So you assume you could try and sedate the way you had done before. What I'm doing with the sedation is rolling through it.
Turned for a while. Yeah, for the ones that have kind of been turned for a while, I can see that it's not having the same effect that I would have seen before. So I'll take an aim at John.
Okay.
Really kind of focusing to ready myself.
Okay.
That is a 12.
12.
That hits.
Hits.
And 4 damage.
John, you take 4 points of damage. And Beth, you would have noticed Pop sees as well as you've been staring at Don. As you kind of come to this realization, you see the dart just enter the chest of John, fired from the man behind you, Kieran. As it now, our man in green, who is going to step forward and go for the man that tried to lance him.
As it kind of goes through, and if Pops turns around to see what I'm doing, and I'll just basically shout, "It's not him anymore."
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. When we get round, because Pops has been hit.
It's like it's a bone. Basically, it's a bonus action.
Yeah.
Just kind of shout it to announce it, basically.
Luke and Luke, you'd have heard this as well, but not really have any context for why someone is shouting that in the dark.
Okay.
And as you're kind of puzzling that, I just rolled a 14. So I'm assuming hits.
Meets it, beats it, yeah.
Whoa, you got some strong armor. It's 3 points of damage. So
He's got Graves' armor on.
Oh, he has, yeah. As you kind of look up towards the guy that's shouting, look back, and again, with lightning speed, this zombie's darted over the body of the one that was there, stepped into the free space, and jumped at you, hitting you with a big slam, a big claw across your body as you take, it was 3 points of damage.
Okay.
Using half his movement, the man that was knocked gets up, being knocked previously down, and his attacker, Beth, he sees you there. He's going to swing at you. A very weakened corpse of a body. He hits a 13. Beth.
Hits, yeah.
I don't know what you've got. And that's 2 points damage.
Bye health.
This is the zombie is too weak to hold you in a grapple, unfortunately, but does manage to use up the energy that is expended, swinging its last punch through at you, and it is your turn, Beth.
Just a quick thing to level up. Do we gain our Constitution as well as whatever we rolled on the dice?
No, I think it was just the dice.
Okay, cool. That's fine. I've done that.
Whoa, hang on, no, was it? Was it just the dice? I can't remember.
It was just dice. That's all.
Yeah.
No, it was.
It was. I thought it was
Constitution
It's
as
just
well.
dice on the hit dice when you roll them up. It's because we did hit dice last week.
No, I was talking about leveling up.
Yeah, leveling up.
Leveling up is dice and Constitution.
Yeah.
Oh, perfect. I rolled really well. Did that. Anyway, so Matthew's still down. We've got
Did he count out for everyone or just for me?
Matthew, but it'd be an action. I'd leave myself open to a hit, but I don't want to lose anyone else. So I think that's what Beth would do. Beth's going to try and. Would I be able to stabilize him during battle? Because obviously he's going to take exhaustion. Because you mentioned the changes in exhaustion rules. Because he's been downed anyway, he's going to take exhaustion. He'd be open. He'd be open to getting hit on the floor anyway.
He's going to be open to getting hit on the floor. So you can. So if you step out of here, you're going to get an attack of opportunity against you.
Okay, I'm going to attack one.
Yeah, you would do because you're going to step out of one of their range.
Yeah, I'm going to attack the one that's gone for Luke. Then
okay.
I'm just going to try and clear a path round Matthew, and we can hopefully try and res him.
Yep. Sweet, so you swing towards the attacker in green, who's taken some damage, but it looked like he almost enjoyed the damage he'd taken.
17.
17 hits.
And 4 + 1, 5 points.
5 points of damage. Nice. A big hit. A hit from the side he wasn't expecting. Takes the damage. You look up. It's looking weak. Not super weak, but weak. As a nice strong hit. Luke, it is round to you. You are again inside that 5 foot, so we'll be taking disadvantage. You have Matthew down to your right. You've seen Beth jumping in and helping you with this guy in green. What would you like to do?
Okay, so if I move back, I haven't got that. He's not grappled anymore, is he?
No, if you move back, he'll take attack against you.
Okay, I'm going to have to attack with disadvantage then.
Okay.
Unless, actually, can I attack the other one behind him?
No, you'd have to step to get the 10 foot. It has to be 10 foot in line. So you'd have to come up here, which would be stepping out of his range again.
Okay, I'll just roll with disadvantage then.
Okay. So 2d20.
Big if true.
Yeah.
If you stick the lantern far enough, you
One.
get through them.
Bloody one.
You rolled in that one.
Well, I rolled a 16. I rolled a 16 first, and then a 1.
Then a 1. Okay. So you line up, trying to wiggle the way out. You almost wiggle it backwards in your hands to the length that you think you need, and as you stab forward, you've way overestimated length. Something that maybe you suffer with in other parts of your life. And as you stab forward, you realise that you're probably like a good 12 inches away from the zombie, and you didn't leave yourself enough rod. You were working with too small an implement as you missed the target.
Ouch.
You see, instead of having you physically burn, I went for a mental burn. It's on your penis size. Roll for dick length. No, he's gone. Okay, round 2. Jeez, I forgot these guys even existed. Our friend in yellow, seeing John take the swipe at Pops, is going to follow suit with another attack in. That is only a 9 and will miss. Good job. Pops. Oh. Pops is not in a good place right now. Seeing that the tide is showing, hearing Kieran's call, I think he's still going to be a little bit out of whack. He's going to take a swing towards the one in yellow, just because that's the one that's last hit him. Hits an 11, and then hits 3 points of damage. A big hit against the one that's just missed him as he steps back, but he's still kind of keeping himself guarded against John, seeing that he was just attacked by Kieran, trying to process in the moment what was going on, and making that decision as the one in red will swing towards you, Beth, again. Guys, I'm not taking down anyone here. That is a 9. Beth.
Miss.
So the one in red, again, eyeing you up as you are taking swings against the ones there, just jumps in, slides off your back in the dark, misses completely. This zombie's not having a good day in the office. John, back round to you.
I'll take another swing at Pops.
Is there any con save from the sedation?
On, did you hit? Oh, you did hit him.
I hit John. Yeah.
Yeah. So give. Yeah, you haven't got any con modifiers on, have you, John?
What do you mean?
Yeah, I don't think anyone's got any modifiers to Constitution saving throws on your sheet.
Oh, saving throws now, no.
No. Can you roll a Constitution saving throw? So it's to be a straight D20. You're 10 or up.
15.
15. So you feel that the bullet's gone in. You feel like something as it was draining in as you look down was entering your system, but you shrug off the effect of it. The next time it's hit, the DC will be higher on the sedation. So you fight off what was there as you swing towards Pops.
That'll be a 10.
10. 10?
Oh, no, sorry. No, I didn't have my... sorry, 17, sorry.
Oh, okay, there we go. I was like, geez, you must have rolled real low. 17 hits.
Four.
4 points of damage. Pops. Now, realising shit is going on. He's got his arm kind of guarded up against you after you've taken that swing, sees you come towards him again, takes the hit. As he tries to deflect a bit, he's looking hurt now as you are battering him from close range, and he sees in your eyes, sees the drool coming from your face, the cheekbones up and the snarl going. You look more like a rabid dog than you do the human that he had conversations with before. As we are back round to Matthew, still unconscious. Can I have a...
Do I grapple him?
Oh yeah, you hit him, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, I forgot. It's because I'm not doing it. You're doing it. Yes. Pops is now grappled by John as you're almost like there, like snapping at him at his face as Pops. He's a strong character, Pops, trying to hold you back from getting any closer to him. Kieran.
I'm gonna take another pop at John.
Mm-hmm.
Boo.
Don't kill John.
18.
18.
Yes.
Hits.
Yes.
And another 4. I love my D4.
Fuck you, Kieran.
Is it another sedation?
Yeah.
Cool. So
They're all be
they'll all be
sedations
sedations.
to start
Okay,
with. Yeah.
Do I roll now or my next go?
roll now. Just a con.
2.
2.
Do I add my con?
You had your Constitution modifier, yeah, but I don't think
It's not gonna make a difference to before.
No, yeah, okay, yeah. So it doesn't work. I just want to see if I've got the thing. Okay, so you feel now that you're the second dart hitting you and draining in, and this time you feel the effects come in. You feel sluggish. Your speed is halved, and you have a -2 penalty to AC. So
Okay.
you're easier to hit now. And you don't get any reactions. So technically, I mean, you've grappled Pops, but if it was Pops was to move away, you don't get an attack of opportunity.
Yeah.
Cool. And you took the damage off as well, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. Perfect. It's round 2. Our friend in green, who is still after the man with the lance, darts forward, and that's a 12. That misses, doesn't it? Because you've got the armor.
That misses.
So this side, he jumps towards you again and claws in. This time, just scrapes off the armor plate you've got on the front. As you get breath, as this guy is coming towards you and looks like a mean motherfucker. The man in grey, very weak again, looking towards as he's slumping towards you. Beth is going to swing out with a 9.
Miss.
Fuck you, man. This guy's got no life.
This torch is doing work.
My AC is shit as well. So what's going on here?
I'm going to have to change my dice.
I'll trade you for my AC if you want, because all of them would have hit me.
Cool. So this one that is very weak, it's just got up after you knocked it down. It swung at you the first time and caught you. Second time swinging, you see this coming. It's not even the torch. You're just like, well, okay, step back. That wasn't difficult at all. And it's now Beth round to you. So you have in front of you, you got to your left the guy in red, in front the guy in grey,
so many.
to the right the green. Yeah, no one is.
I'm gonna die here, lads. And that'll be the end of the zombies. How's everyone? How are they looking? The zombies, like how hurt?
The one in green is looking He's looking weak. But he's still got something bad. The one in grey is on death's door after just getting up, and the one in red is, again weak.
That's a
Equatable to
dart out of
the
his
green.
chest.
Yeah.
Let's go for the one in grey because he's the weakest.
Yeah.
Just try and whittle down the numbers.
Cool.
That's not a very Beth thing to do. That seems very smart. We're going to do it anyway.
It's the one that just went for you.
Oh,
it's the one-
piss! Stupid game. Nipples. Nat 20.
Ah, fuck you.
Oh, fuck you.
Nah, because it's a waste of a nat 20. Because
It is a waste of
no
that 20.
Anyway.
This guy's got like 1 HP.
Because this is going to be, what, 7 points damage?
Yeah. You really kill him. He's really dead now, but yeah.
He's like when you put a can in one of those can crushers. That's his entire body right now.
Yeah. So he swung at you really slow and you went, ah! And it's like you almost clean take the top part of his head off. And you're like, oh, shit. He was weaker than it. It's like you put way too much effort into something and that one is gone. Dead to the world. But that one was high up the old initiative, so that's quite good. Luke. You're being pursued by the man in green. Yep.
Yeah, I'm gonna go for him again.
Disadvantage again.
Yeah, go on then.
Well, where you are now, that is what you're.
Yeah, I'll go for disadvantage. Yeah.
Okay.
I'll risk
That
it.
wasn't an option. I was just saying, if you swing your lance, it is disadvantage. You have your knives. You could have switched out for your knives if you needed.
I'll go for a. Oh, I like the lance.
He also has a gun.
I always have a gun, yeah.
He also has a gun. He's also got armor on, so his AC is higher than everyone else.
And he's also learned to stood next
And he's
to his
also
dead
just trying to use a
PC.
lance.
Where instead of so let me get this straight. Instead of walking away and just tanking the attack of opportunity, and just to cock up their attack, he's just
Yeah.
Well, you could karate kick.
Yeah, I just enjoy. I like this lance. I really like it. Oh, for fuck's sake!
fuck's sakes.
Yes.
And
I forgot about the gun. I forgot he's got the
no.
gun as well.
That's fine. I'm waiting to use that at the right time.
Okay.
I rolled an 11 as my lowest.
Oh, 11. Okay. That hits. Good job.
Okay. Right. I got 7 again.
7. Would you fucking Adam and Eve? We give the boy shit. So you're fighting to get the lance out, and you get it, and it just kind of pings off the guy's leg, and it goes up in the air, and you're like, oh, and then you just go, oh, and just bring it down, and just clonk. So the end of the lance misses him, the sharp bit, but you manage to catch him with a steel pole, and it clunks right through the middle of the forehead of the zombie, and you crush into the skull as it stops. And its eyes staying at you, but then the mouth and the facial features drop as then the body drops off the lance. And he is dead. You took him out. Who'd have thunk it? Good swing. You still have movement if you wanted to reposition. Or
Do I have? Can I get into a sight of John? So I can get him if he's not dead on the next round.
You can't. Well, if you just step forward to protect Matthew, you have got sight on the one in yellow.
Actually, can I try and revive Matthew, or not revive him, like help him?
It would be you would have used your action.
I'll stand where I am now. Actually, so I'll stay there.
So you've got sight on the one in yellow.
You
haven't actually seen, and you've heard the shouts, but you haven't actually seen John hit anyone yet because you've been on this side.
Okay, I'm gonna stay where I am for now.
Okay. It is the one in yellow's turn this is to clarify the rule that I fucked up last week, which Dylan got away with, which makes me sad. If you are grappled and there is a zombie attacking you, you can be bitten. As Pops will have the yellow one jump towards him to take a bite. Pops is a strong motherfucker, it appears. As he sees it coming in, as he's fighting John back, just lifts both your elbows up and just poof, catches it under the chin and knocks the zombie back a few steps as he rocks forward, the bite failing miserably. Pops is holding on here. It is Pop's turn. He is fighting John. He's going to try and break your grapple. Ooh. John, give me a strength roll. We do a contested strength check rather than just a standard grapple. So it's John's roll versus Pop's roll versus your roll on strength.
I give it. Is it straight 320 or do I have my modifier to it?
You roll and then add your strength modifier.
That would be 22.
I'm gonna say I was about to say any negatives. I'm trying to keep Pops alive.
Yeah.
Any negatives from the sedation?
Pop. Ooh. No, it's only.
No, it's just AC. I was affected.
Yeah. Minus AC and there was minus AC and minus Dex. I think it is, but I didn't get. Yeah, it's minus AC and minus Dex saving throws, but this is a strength.
Okay.
You motherfucker. But John, you're John. Fucking hell. It's annoying. Pops rolled a 20 as well. He rolled an 18, but with +2, so he rolled a 20. So Pops tries to break the grapple, is held in place with the grapple, and that's his go up. As the red one is going to go for Beth again. That is a 19.
19 does hit this time.
That's good, finally. I rolled 3 points of damage.
Okay.
So this one is grappling you now, as you've now got a
Oh,
new
this is the
friend.
first time I've ever been grappled. It's also the first time I've taken damage.
Whatever.
This fight has been the first time I've taken damage ever, yeah.
Perfect. So you are now pinned. So Luke, you can see that Beth is grappled. Pops is now grappled. And actually, from this next attack, actually, Luke, you would see John's actions as it is John's go.
Okay, I look to bite. Pops.
Look to bite.
God, are we all just going to become zombies and, like, control zombies?
That's
Just roam
roll
around.
that.
That'd be a really funny switch, wouldn't it?
that's a 14 to bite.
14 hits. Roll your damage.
3.
3. As you jump forward and you get a big chunk into let's say as you're fighting off. Oh, I was going to do something cool with this. Let me. 4. Okay, no worries. I was going to do where you take bites. So you get in and you get right in again on the shoulder part, bit where you took almost where you exactly took your bite in the fleshy part between the neck and the shoulder, and you're in there, chunk straight in, teeth in, and fuck, does it taste good? Getting in, biting someone's flesh, and you're just taking it in. This is what you've been aiming for the past 20 minutes. So you feel like your anger is just like. The adrenaline that's was flushing through your system is kind of, there's some endorphins being relaxed in to give you some excitement and some enjoyment as you taste the sweet, sweet flesh of Pops.
Tastes like leathery chicken.
Tastes like bullbag in the wind. Okay. Matthew. Can I have a death save throw, please? That is your third one, just in case anyone was not keeping count. Kieran.
So I'm gonna go towards Matthew because I'm seeing that we're quite low on numbers.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go towards Matthew and be there and just kind of try and shake him. It's like, come on, we need you. We need you.
Yep. Just stabilize him to. You're a scientist. Cool. So Matthew, you find yourself being slapped. You stabilize. You come back to 1 health point, and you are greeted by a man that you didn't really get that good a look at when he came in, but reassuringly, he looks like a scientist / doctor. You're like, okay, cool. So not sure whether this is a dream or not, but you're awake.
Thanks.
It's okay. I think the one of your friends may have been bitten before, but we can deal with that later. Quick! You need to get up. We need your help.
Yeah.
And just kind of help him up to his feet.
Yep. Cool. So, yes, you can use... 10. Yeah, you would have had 5 foot left to help get him up.
Yep.
And then with everyone else that's down, it's round 2. Beth, you are grappled by the zombie in red. What would you like to do? Attack or break?
Zombie.
If I attack, can I have the opportunity to?
If you attack, well, yeah. If you attack and, I mean, kill it, then yeah, it's dead. If you attack,
Second
it'd
question.
have to break a thingy.
Am I technically flanking the one in red? Because Pop's on the other side.
No, because Pops is grappled.
Bugger. How much health do I have? I'm gonna try. Oh no, because they'll just grapple me again if I don't attack. So I think I'm gonna have to attack it. That's really all I've got. And
Go for it.
With that. Dirty 20.
Dirty 20, nice. That definitely hits.
5 points of damage.
5 points of damage. Does the job. As you are fighting backwards and forwards with him, and you manage to get the hammer up through underneath into the chin, which cracks straight in. And as it comes down, you realise that the damage from that up is just sent a shockwave through and detached something in either the neck or the back of the skull. As the zombie's grip loosens from you, and its face stops moving, and you let go, and you are no longer grappled. And the
Hey!
zombie is no longer standing.
Hey!
Good attack.
I've done it! I'm number one!
Luke, you're up. You've seen Beth just free himself. You've seen John take that bite out, and you've got in front of you the zombie in yellow, and then behind that, John.
I'm gonna get into a position to attack John.
Okay. I had so you can go here, or you can go here.
Are there any other zombies around?
Yeah, that one.
Yeah, the yellow.
I'll stay where I am now. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Sound like you're about to take some sweet joy in trying to attack John here.
That's an 8.
An 8.
8 does not hit.
8 does not hit. John, you are blissfully unaware that Luke is behind you trying to stab you in the back as you are chowing down on Pop's neck. The one in yellow is going to see that... Oh, they're going to pile in, aren't they? It's a feast for all. Oh, fuck me! I was on like a 17 and it rolled to a 3. John, you are... John doesn't share food, guys, as the other zombie tries to get involved. Can't find a space, just trying to get around you, and Chow Down's Pops is screaming, trying to just force you away from his face.
Can I just ask, obviously can't do it right now, but does my bonus action count as a zombie as well or not?
No.
No, I don't think so.
Can you regain health as a zombie?
No, the help action.
Oh, that... to help another zombie. That would be funny, but no, that would be good. Because you'd be communicating in ways that I haven't even worked out the zombies are communicating. You sat down and we're having dinner, like hello. Cool. So it is Pops. Pops is grappled and bitten and pissed.
I'm just imagining all the zombies turning up in top hats, sitting around the table.
I had the exact same thought.
Wearing monocles.
Oh god, do we have to go out and eat again? Bloody hell. The humans here. John rolled a 3 to try and attack you, and it's obviously not going to hit with a 3. Pops is doing it. I keep getting you two mixed up, which is good because one of you or both of you are going to die. John, with no red zombie, it is round to you. You've taken the bite. You've gotten the sweet endorphins. Pops is down. You haven't grappled. You can go again, or you can choose to release and attack someone else.
As tempting as it would be to turn around and attack Luke, I've got the taste for blood, so I'm just going to chow down and pop someone.
Okay. Where attack?
That'll be a 23.
23 definitely hits.
Just a 2.
2 is just enough. As you bite in again, a second bite into Pops's upper bit. The joy that you're still feeling out as a blur as a splurt of blood shoots out and hits your face and goes around into your eyes, and you're just trying to almost, it's like a water fountain. You're loving life here as you hear the scream come out. For the rest of you, hear the scream come out from Pops as he is on the floor, and you feel like that is not good for Pops. He's screaming and passing out from pain. Yes. Matthew, you are awake and technically stand up now.
Yeah.
Or just knocks a tree over. I'm God.
Well, first thing, I'm going to use my bonus action for my second win, I think.
Oh yeah, that sounds like a good idea.
I may well need that. That is a bloody 2. Fuck's sake.
That seems perfect.
Better than a 1.
Yeah.
What a waste of a D10 roll.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, I'm going to step forward and swing my pipe at the one in yellow.
Yep, cool. No, man's never down. Step forward, make your attack. Is looking very weak, this one in yellow.
That is a 13.
13. Okay. I've just realised what we've done there. Yep, that hits.
What?
No, I've realised what you've done. You haven't realised what you've done, so it's fine. 13 hits. Roll your attack. Damage.
That is a 4.
4. Big hits. You come mustering all the energy you've got from that extra 2 hit points you just gave yourself, and swing down, crack straight in to the one in yellow as poof, the head crushes, fall to the floor with a scream, and you are left standing in front of John. This is going to be real good for you.
Kill you all.
See, Pops is down. And John, there in front of you, Matthew, as this zombie falls down, this is where you get the first sight. Actually, all of you get the first sight of John turning around, and he looks like a wild animal. He's almost back is arched up, like much larger. His shoulders were quite broad anyway, but feel like they're maybe twice as large as he arched around and looks at you guys, and his whole face is just red. You can just see his eyes piercing through, and you do notice that they are his white eyeballs, but he has his irises. He hasn't got the white irises as he looks back at you all stood there facing your former companion. Kieran, it is your go.
I mean, like I said, I don't know if you heard me before, but if you've not guessed, it's not him. And just kind of pull up. Try it. Can I shoot in between Beth and Matthew here?
You're stood next to him. You could probably ask them just to be like, yeah, I'll stick to the side.
Yep. Yeah, and then just look to aim the dart and go. That is 11.
11. Oh, fuck you. And that hits.
Yes.
And 2 points of damage.
And that takes me down to 0 exactly.
So as you're all, what a lovely moment, as you're all stood there, kind of panting in your different fights at different levels, Luke still trying to work out how this lance really works. You see John staring back at you, covered in full face of just dark crimson red, bright white eyes, snarling as you hear the and you see the dart shoot through and just hit him straight in the neck as John, you scream, cry.
Ah!
Yeah, there we go. That's like a Homer Simpson-esque. And falls down. The dart piercing, and you see his eyes start to close as he hits the ground. Down. You are technically out of combat.
I rush
As
over
he,
to Pops and try and stabilize him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, hasn't got.
yeah, I was going to say the same. Just kind of as it goes, just try and go into Doctor-ish mode.
Yep.
And just try and assess him.
Cool. So you run over to Pops, try and pull him up, stabilize him. He is bleeding quite a lot, but when you get there, he's still bleeding. So you manage to get him get the compression in on the bite wound. You can see that is a deep bite within there. and you manage to get the pressure down, trying to wrap him up, trying to grab whatever you can. And between you, you manage to stabilize him. He's still unconscious at the moment, but he's breathing. And the fact that he was still bleeding when you got there gives you some hope that he is alive. But what state he'll be in when he comes around, you don't know. Luke, Beth. Oh, no, sorry, Beth, you did that, didn't you? Sorry, Matthew and Luke. Anything you'd like to do in these moments? Take that as a no?
Just a big sigh.
I dropped back down to my knees, just kind of.
So is John out? Just to clarify,
John is dead.
John is dead. Okay.
Jokes on you, I was already dead.
I was dead all along, Master Girls.
What? As this is kind of happening, I kind of like look over to John's sort of thing. I was like, what happened? He turned.
As he says that, I'll kind of stand up after I've stabilised Pops and walk over to him. And as I'm explaining, I'll be like, did he get bit any time recently? And just kind of start pulling one of the 3 darts that are in him at the moment.
Yep.
Just start retrieving the darts from him.
I mean, maybe?
He got bit a few days ago.
We need to make sure that we don't make that mistake again. Pull out the second dart.
If you get bitten, will you always turn?
I mean, the only way that you turn is with the blood, like a blood transfusion, or like the blood passing across, or certain fluids passing between. It's it's not that particularly complicated. And pull out the last dart.
Mm-hmm.
So, can we save Pops? Are you saying
we need to monitor him? I would keep him somewhere tied up as I walk over to one of the other zombies and just pull out another dart.
Yep.
We need to keep him monitored and keep him secure, because if he turns like this, then we've got another one to take care of, and God knows how strong they're going to be.
Who are you again?
My name is Dr. Kieran Darden. I've been working at the research lab up the road.
And we're supposed to believe you. You come here.
Mean,
you led those creatures here.
I mean, I pull out my wallet and just kind of get my work pass out and just kind of pass it to you.
I take a look at it.
Yep.
This looks nothing like you. You've got a beard in this photo.
I wouldn't have done.
Damn.
Just go over to the last one and just be like, listen. It has to. We just have to be a little bit more careful. Pull out the last one.
We? Who says that you're staying here with us?
I'm using the general we. Look, can I just borrow that torch? I think there's one a little bit down there. I'll throw it back to you if you don't want me to stay.
Apart from the torch.
Yeah, start going down the road for the one that missed.
Yep. Yeah, you find it easy enough. Just like a javelin, doof, popped up.
Yep.
On the...
Yep. And then just kind of step back towards him, but kind of stay like 10 feet away.
Mm-hmm.
Just like turn, like keeping the torch on because it's the only one that was on. Be like, do you want this back? And then I head out, or do you want me to try and help Pops?
Pass me the torch, and we will discuss.
Yep. Passing the torch. I walk back to where my bag is at the side of the door, just to start kind of packing things away again. Take the smoke grenade out of my pocket, put it in the bag.
Yep.
I gesture to Matthew and Luke, and we kind of go have a sort of quick chat.
Mm-hmm.
I think we should. This guy might know information that's going to help us in the future, so we need to be. I think he's a good guy.
Are you doing this near Pops and John, or are you going away?
We're doing this away from you.
Okay. No, the only reason that I ask is that
this.
the only reason that I ask is that as I've finished putting stuff in my bag, I'll take out my book and a pen and just head over to Pops and to John and just start scribbling notes. So I'm just down on my knees, knelt down.
I mean, does seem like he knows what he's talking about. Could be useful having someone like that around.
I mean, he's done nothing wrong at the moment, and I mean all the stuff that Dylan's done over all this time, and if we're throwing this guy out and not Dylan, it's like that doesn't seem right to me.
At this point, you hear the front door open. After because the fight as it was actually quite quiet up until the screams towards the end of Pops coming down, and you see Akira darts out into the front. What's going on? What is going on?
Pops is hurt.
And she runs straight over and grabs him. She's like, Pops, oh my god, what the fuck happened?
He's sorry. Go ahead.
No, you go, Mr. Medical Professional.
Yeah, he took a bite from this gentleman here. In terms that he may have been bitten a few days ago, apparently. And I seen it happen before, and he turned while the others were coming over the fence, and overwhelmed Pops.
Who the fuck is this guy? He turned. What? This is John. Guys, what? Why did you not wake us all? Jesus, can we get Pops inside? This is not safe out here.
Listen, sorry, my name is Dr. Darden. I've been working at the medical facility. We've stabilized him. Can I suggest that we need to keep an eye on him over the next few days?
Of course. Look, he's taken a lot of damage, a lot of blood. Jesus, can we get him inside? Guys, it's the middle of the night. Can we?
Let me give you a hand.
And
kind of put the book in the inside pocket, and then try and pick up. I am weak as shit.
Okay, so she goes to get the legs, kind of looks at you, and then goes around to the under Pop's arms and lifts, and whilst quite slight, is quite strong, and manages to get most of his butt off the ground, and you just about get his legs.
I kind of instead of looking for like the legs, I'll kind of go to the arm on the other side to kind of get my body underneath, because I still don't think I'll be able to pick the legs up.
Okay.
And just like try and assist in dragging him through. Cool.
And as she's walking in, she's just like, guys, if he has turned, make sure you do what needs to be done, but let's get inside. It's the middle of the night. Kieran with Pops goes inside with Kieran, so it just leaves you three outside with John's body.
I think we should let him stay. I feel like it could be useful for us. But I'm gonna go grab the shovel and give John the barrel he deserves.
I mean, I know Dylan chopped off the head of the previous one. Do we need to do anything with that, with John, or
just you two? Don't worry. Go back inside. I'll deal with it.
Are you sure?
Yeah. No, it's fine. Honestly.
Okay. So we made a decision with the doctor guy.
We what do we do with John's body? We can't.
I'll take it down the back where I buried Graves.
We need to get rid of these other bodies. Should we start a fire?
It's probably best not to do it right now in the middle of the night.
Wait till morning.
Yeah. Wait till morning.
keep an eye on Mr. Lab Coat, and we can
Yeah.
work later.
Yeah.
But
All right. Well,
I don't trust. Right. When Dylan wakes up, it'll be interesting to hear his response.
I mean, I think we all know what Dylan's opinion is going to be.
Yeah, he won't accept anybody unless they've got,
Weed.
or Kira.
Right. Inside.
So I go in, grab the shovel, I drag John's body round to the back. Just to make sure beforehand, I stomp on his head, and then bury him next to where Graves was.
You were my friend.
Did someone just hear something?
I
think it's the wind.
Yeah. Cool. So you
head back inside.
So at the time, you would, cool. So back inside. You guys were. I was just thinking because you were up for the first part. Your rest is you'd have to sleep in a little longer to get your short rest through this evening to get the full 8 hours. But you guys get back inside after Matthew's out there for a little bit longer, making sure that John has given the burial the same as Graves. And then you are all within the house. It's early in the morning, so you're talking probably like 3, maybe 4 in the morning now. Sun won't be too far away, so you could not take the short rest and stay up and possibly roll for exhaustion, or you guys could try and take the rest and sleep through a little bit later into the day. It's up to you what you'd like to do, or whether you'd like to converse before.
If I don't take the short rest, do I get 2 lots of exhaustion because of
you
going down to 0 health as well?
You potentially, when you roll, if you're not going to take it, you'd all roll to see if you take it.
Okay.
So you could potentially, So you're all back inside. So it's whether anyone wants to. Would you hold a commune, or you guys going to try and kind of tidy yourself up and attempt to get some sleep?
I've been awake, sleeping and away for a while, so I will hold watch again.
As they kind of all come in, I'll just kind of address the room a little bit and say, "Does anyone mind if I stay? I'll stay outside like a dog if you want me to."
For now, I think.
Okay. We have the storerooms if you guys really want to keep him.
We have a spare space now, and I kind of sigh dejectedly.
Look, actually, you shouldn't be sleeping outside. But you can stay in the storeroom, and we will keep watch on the room. If not, it makes no sense to stay outside.
Okay, I'm just this door, is it?
Yeah, and so Akira walk over and she just kicks open, and it's the storeroom that Matthew was found in. It's been slowly being cleared and called by Colonel. He's looking to try and turn it into more rooms for you guys, but at the moment it's just a sparse, dusty room.
I'll see you in the morning. Kind of close the door. Before I go to sleep, I just scribble everything down that I can think of using the moonlight through the window or something.
Yep.
Before going back off to sleep, actually, I knock on that door and say to Kieran, "Here, take this notepad. It might be of use to you as well." So it's just Susie's old notepad.
Oh, thank you. Is this who's Susie?
She was one of our other companions that also turned. But she was a doctor, so she's been taking a lot of notes on things as well, so she might be of use to you.
She was a doctor too. She needs to know to be a little more careful. Just kind of start reading through the notes.
Mm-hmm.
And thank you for this.
So is Kieran staying in this room with Pops?
No, no. Kieran's in the storeroom. The rest of you are taking either
one I
like
pooed
bunks
in.
The one you what? Sorry.
The one I pooed in.
No, you pooed in the bedroom. You locked yourself in a bedroom and pooed. You're a real, arsehole.
I'm in the
bedrooms
storeroom that
Matthew,
that Matthew was kind
I
of
thought I was
held
in the room at the end with the suit of armor, not one of the bedrooms.
No, it's one of the bedrooms.
Oh, okay.
You feel like you'd remember because you were here last week.
Oops, poops.
Yeah, you didn't.
I was too busy getting over the death of Graves. I lost all sensibilities.
Whoever goes in that bedroom
And
is the game of
control
find
of
the
my
poop.
bowels, apparently.
I mean, you've been there for 36 hours.
Okay.
Okay. So you're gonna bed down?
I'm gonna
keep first watch.
I'm gonna plug myself next to Kieran and bed down.
Okay. In the storeroom.
I think the storeroom was meant to, keep me away from you. Please leave.
Oh, okay. Are you gonna be all right on your own?
I will be fine. I've been on my own for some time now.
Okay. If you, okay.
Hello there. Okay, so with that, do you want to sit outside the room, Luke? Keep an eye on him. Or are you going to go back to your own bed?
With this immediate rejection, I'm gonna go back and just sleep in the main room.
Perfect. So you guys will, take your sleep. You can take your short rest. So you get 8 hours. You'll sleep through the sunrise and sleep through into probably about just before midday. At this point, to manage to gain, and on a short rest, you can use your hit die to HP up if you need to. And I think any of you that have benefits that are refreshed on short rest, they get refreshed as well.
So if I've done a short rest, do you have to roll the hit die to get it more, or do you automatically get some?
Unless you've got a feat that does it, no, you have to roll. So you've got 2, because you're level 2, you've got 2 hit die. So you can roll 1, see what you get, and then if you need to, roll the second one. They only get replenished on a long rest, which is a 36-hour break. So you might, they're...
I've used one of mine.
Yeah.
And I've got an 8, so that's good.
Nice.
That's better than a bloody second win.
Yeah, exactly, second win rubbish. So yeah, just think, if you use them all now, and then you get in a fight, and you take another rest, you're going to need to agree to all do a long rest to get your full points. You can also use medkits if you want to use medkits to get yourself back to fitness. Health.
I should be alright, actually.
Okay. Perfect. So you'll sleep through the evening. The early morning through to, say you wake up probably about 10:30, 11 o'clock, you feel people start to stir. You hear Akira moving around as she is up, kind of changing the dressings on Pop's wounds and taking care of him. At the moment, he still hasn't come round from consciousness, but she has made sure that he's been cleaned down, and you note for the difference from when he was dragged in last night to now that she has almost given him cleaned up his face, cleaned up the rest of his arms, changed the dressing on his wounds so it looks fresh, and she's tending to him in the main room.
Do I need to do a perception check while I'm on first?
First has already been done, wasn't it?
It was part of the second, and it was second that was fouled. So it would be the end of the second. I'm not that much of an arsehole to make you do anything. Actually, no, give me a perception check.
I am that much of an arsehole.
Yeah, I heard that myself out loud, and I was like, wait a minute.
But I am an asshole.
Yeah. 10.
10. No, you don't hear anything.
Classic.
Your perception checks are rubbish. Almost as bad as your investigation.
No, I've as part of my level up, I've given myself an extra skill. And that is using proficiency investigation, so it's -1 now instead of -3.
Oh, that's good. You might actually find a bag at some point in the next... Well, until you die. What?
Which may come sooner rather than later.
Yeah. Perfect. So everyone is. What did I say?
Are we
Exhaustion goes on.
doing the wounds thing then? Do I have to roll for a grievous wound?
Yes, you went to 0, didn't you? Oh, I forgot about that. Yeah, roll a d20.
You've lost all your eyes.
That is a 6.
A 6. An internal injury. Okay, so whenever you attempt an action in combat, you must make a DC 15 Constitution saving throw, or you lose your action. And you can't use reactions. That's pretty fucked. The injury heals, though, if you apply a med kit or a first aid kit. The injury can also be healed by someone doing a medicine check on you as part of a short rest. So over this short rest, this 8 hours, either you to yourself or someone could try and do a medicine check on you. So
Yeah, I'm going to try and do one to myself then, I guess.
So it's your D20 with your medicine.
Okay, so that is 21.
21, damn, yeah. So you, as you're feeling around, you feel where the pain is, and you're like, you're taking something's either not broken but badly bruised inside one of your organs, and you're like, okay, if you can apply enough pressure to it here, and you bind yourself up with some of the kind of like rags and clothing and bits of bandage you can find, just to give yourself that pressure on there. And when you're breathing, you're like, cool, that's got you set in there, which means you don't have to roll with all that rubbish.
Hey, fuck for that.
Yeah, you're lucky you went to sleep straight after.
Yeah.
So yeah, anyone can do the medicine check, and anyone with a proficiency and a healer's kit can do. Someone, like Susie, could heal it without having to roll. But that was
Okay.
it. Good roll. And I was just looking, because you would have taken 1 point of exhaustion for being down, and I can't remember what I said, whether it goes on the short rest or I think it goes on the short rest, right? 8 hours should get rid of 1 point.
Right, so I haven't got exhaustion.
Yeah, so you took 1 point and then you've lost it.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Lucky bastard.
I know. Something about
Why are
going to
you
sleep
still here?
straight after, yeah. So, who's talking?
That's
Cool.
the ghost of John. Ooh.
So you wake up, and as you all start to rise in the morning, Kira turns to John and then pops open the door to you, Kieran, and just says, "Good morning. So we should all sit down and find out what the plan is. I'm Kira, but it sounds like you know a little bit about what's going on, and I would kind of like you to have a look at my friend Pops one more time, if you wouldn't mind. But yes, I feel like now we've all had a bit of rest. It is time to have a little chat."
No, of course. No, pleasure to meet you, of course. Yeah, whereabouts is Pops? Or do you want the chat first?
Pops is in the main hall. Just come with me now. So, and Pops is laid out on one of the big dining room tables in the main hall, and there's a little bed made up next to him where Akira had just been sleeping during the night. So they're in the main hall whenever the rest of you guys want to come downstairs or wake up.
So I can see you've done a good job in cleaning him up. Is
Yes.
that fresh bandage as well?
Yes. I was more interested in what you were saying about the bites because, and then as she peels back a little bit, you can see clearly there's the mouth, the lacerations of a bite from a mouth, a human mouth.
No, of course. I mean, as I was trying to say to the other people that were around yesterday, it's only whenever there's kind of any sort of blood transfer or ingestion that it happens, usually from
Okay.
a bite.
So there's a chance?
There's a chance, but we need to monitor him over the next few days.
Okay.
With him being stabilized here, it's more likely that he will wake up and seem himself a little bit, but there might be some things off.
Okay.
If his reactions slow down, if he becomes more agitated, if he starts to be more hungry than he normally is, that's the signs that I've not seen people get past.
Okay. No, as long as if there's a chance, We shall keep an eye on him. He's not woken up yet, so no, that's good. That's good. It's invaluable information.
May I suggest, I know when we're in the lab, if ever we were working on anything, we need to make sure that there's someone here tending to him, but also another person around, just in case it doesn't go slowly.
Yes. No, well, not me so much, but these guys have, I feel, learned that lesson in the past few days with someone else in that group. It's been a rough couple of days.
It's from what I gather, I've despite being locked up in a brightly lit room for the last 6 months, it's definitely seems to be a lot more rougher out here.
You can say that again. Good morning, gentlemen. Nice of you to join us. I'm injecting you all into the room downstairs.
Indeed.
Discord has been a shit. Hang on.
Is that mine or your end?
I'm hearing it crackle as well.
Discord, no!
Yeah,
The stream part that is showing the OBS screen is working.
Yeah. As I left and came back in again. My Discord just went to one bar again. It's like, fuck's sake.
yeah, so
Discord is having a shit. How you say this? Doing a shit? Okay, good. We're back. Sorry. So, yeah. So, you guys come downstairs, wake up from your different rooms, get yourself set and a little bit ready. As it's well into the morning. It's getting close towards midday now. And you see Akira and Kieran having a conversation by Pops.
Good morning. Apologies again for your friend's loss. However, I feel like it may have been a few days ago that you would have lost him. And just continue I've got my book open. I'm just taking notes. If anyone's kind of close enough, you just see... Sorry. You just see me I've got like a separate clean page that's just got...
Freaking did it again. Sorry.
So yeah, just scribbling down. I've just got like Pops and then like rough age and then like a bit of like a beginning profile. Starting to document things as they would have done.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if I can trust. And that's my 2 cents. And then I leave and I go out the back to where the bodies are buried. And guess everyone else can continue doing that.
Okay. Yes, Beth is taking it particularly difficult the last couple of days. But we need to look forward to this. We brought back some supplies, but we do not have enough. And with Pops in the condition he is, and looking around, you guys look like shit. I had to say it. That we maybe need to go and get some more medical supplies as well.
Kieran, you said you came from the medical center?
Yeah, the generators went down yesterday. We got a notification about... I can't remember how long it would have been. Maybe around 3 months ago. We were told to lock down and just continue our work studying the virus. Trying to find any sort of fix for it. And since then, any sort of work that we've been doing has been completely within one lab. We've been rotating with people that were there. There was only myself and one other person that ended up staying. It's all I've known for the last few months, and I was been working hard for it. But as soon as the power went down, the locking mechanisms meant that there wasn't a secure system anymore, and it was a pitch black building. I gathered what I could to try and keep myself safe, but as you can, yes, it's not much. It's basically some paperwork and the dart gun, the sedation gun.
Is there more stuff there that we can get?
Quite possibly.
Did he
Like I
get?
said, I just got what I could.
Did he get overrun? Did they get in?
There was a lot of things around. I can't say if any would have gotten in. I just knew that I needed to go. The last time I saw people there, they basically just said, if there's a time where this door opens, then you need to leave. It's almost as if they were expecting it. We could try and go up there and go in, but I don't know the state of the place. It's not kind of overgrown and overrun like you would expect, as far as I'm aware. But yeah,
Sounds like
there
you
might
had,
be some salvageable stuff.
Yeah, you had more power and a better time than the rest of us in the past week. Shit, it's only been a week.
This has only been going for a week? Yeah,
well, for us, we were all evacuated with the lockdowns. To hear that you've been working on something for 3 months is fucking crazy.
Yeah, it's something that kind of initially happened, I believe, when there was the pandemic. Was when we were really drafted in, because it's something that we saw people from humans take it. I don't think it's the same as what the pandemic was, because that was just a flu thing. This is something extra. I think it's tried to take from what I could gather, it's taken advantage of the lower immune system following the flu virus or the flu pandemic, and this is more of a virus that's mutating people and how they act.
That's quite a lot of shit.
We've been trying to fix this over the last few months, but to no avail so far.
Okay. Well, wait. Didn't you say? Didn't your friend go to the center as well? The medical center.
There was initially a team of 8, and then over the last kind of month, they basically gave us the option to leave when they wanted us to.
So you were evacuated. No, these boys, they had. I'm sure they said they had a friend that went towards the medical center.
We don't know. We don't know if he did or not. He left.
Ian went there.
And I think you're talking about Starbuck. I think. Anyway.
I don't know. You guys, I just remember.
He disappeared, and we don't know where he went. But there was talk about the medical center before.
I think you misunderstand my role a little bit. I'm not a medical man. I'm a scientist. I'm here to study the virus and try and find a cure from that way. I never interacted with anybody kind of from the outside.
Okay. Well, I mean, what is shit with pops like this? It seems irrelevant now. But the list, I was building a list of things we should maybe look at. Is there more people now? We need more rations. You guys did great bringing back rations from the original house, but this will last us only a couple of days. We need to reinforce or defend this place. How did these guys sneak in at night? It's crazy. And then we have this medical center on our doorstep. I believe
the sneaking in was my fault. As I was trying to flee, I must apologize, and I completely understand if nobody wants me here.
I feel like at this time, as angry as we're lucky, to be fair, that Dylan is sleeping in the lazy shit, because I feel like he would be very mouthy. And you watch out for this, Dylan. He's a pain in the ass. But this is not the time to split up. And I know you gentlemen, we are newly acquainted, but I would like to see if we could save Pops as much as possible.
Of course. I'm always in the mindset of us that are still human need to stick together. It's the best way for us all to survive.
Yeah, and we see how quickly life can be taken away in just 2 days. We've lost, 4 people, 5 people? I would like that to stop if possible.
That sounds good to me. Anything I can do to help.
Well, I think do we want to initially scout this this medical center, get eyes on, see what we may be dealing with, rather than just fucking gung ho in?
I mean, that sounds like a safer option to me, but I'm not exactly a fighting person.
Yeah, we do need to be a lot more careful with how we approach things.
Oh, this is for sure. I mean, we cannot. Well, yeah, especially with. We have some armaments, but we need to make sure we get people up to speed. Beth doesn't sound like he's dealing with it so well. We need to make sure we're watching for our mental state as well as our physical. And with Pop's out of action, that is, I hate to say it, but another big fighter that we are down.
Yeah, and we've been losing both Graves and John.
Yes, not good. But like you say, maybe a change of tact might be in order to ensure that we are, safety first, rather than gung ho. We need to look after ourselves a little more, I feel. Okay. Well, I mean, I hate to say it, but no time like the present. Shall we amass a party to go and have a look, go and scout this center, see what the options are, see what the deal is?
How far away is this place?
I mean, it took me probably like 45 minutes to an hour on foot, and dodging a lot of these things. Obviously, not as many as I thought.
Yeah, it'd probably be a little bit in the daylight. Would probably be a little bit quicker on foot than you imagine when you're not fumbling through the dark.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll go and check out.
Can you get see if Beth would like to? I mean, whilst we don't want to take anyone that cannot handle it, I feel like with Pops down, we need us, and we will. Oh shit! I've got fucking. What's the guy's name? Is it Kieran? Fucking NPCs. I must kill them because I cannot remember their names. Kieran, yeah. Kieran is he's not the fighter. Kieran's just like, yeah, I don't really want to have to leave, but I'm happy to stay with Pops and keep an eye on him, do whatever is required. So Kieran's like, I think we leave the Colonel and Kieran here, definitely with lazy ass Dylan, and the rest of us, we go out on the scout.
Before we go, I think it might help if I can kind of give you a picture of what we're dealing with. Dude, is there any bigger? Do we have any bigger bits of paper than this?
Colonel? No, we don't. No, it's not a conference. Oh fuck! I don't know what we're doing now. It's not.
Is it like a?
No,
is it like what? Is it like? Just kind of rip out a couple of pages, probably out of the back of Susie's book, that haven't been used, and just kind of lay them out across. Just spend kind of a few minutes, like the next kind of 5 to 10 minutes, just kind of mapping everything out. Basically, so this is kind of where the main parking area was. When I left through this door here, my main lab was there, as far as I'm aware, from looking at kind of maps and doing fire escape trainings and things like that in the past. There were entrances or fire escapes kind of pointed and kind of explain the situation and the layout of the place as much as I can. As far as I was told, there was this area for treating people, but it was mainly a research center. I know that they were kind of adding on different bits as things were going, but this was where I was based within the research part of things. This is where we would test the virus and see how it would react on animals, and then move forward from there. We had a lot of equipment there to be able to do it, but a lot of it is useless now, to be honest, without the power. I feel like I'm not a fighting person, but this is the area that I know where to go, and that will be where it's going.
We should. This is good. No, this is good intel. We shall. I mean, if we can let us scope the outside first. If you have left, hopefully the outside is not as bad. But we should take this one step at a time. Good knowledge for inside, but I do not want to be inside if outside there's a lot. So yes,
I didn't. When I left yesterday in the evening, there wasn't any inside. It was mainly a couple dotted around in the carb. Like the area had been left pretty much untouched. I don't feel that it's going to be crazy. The biggest kind of waves I saw was in Little Horwood, and then when I was traveling the road up here, it's if there is stuff there and you want to go, I suppose now would be the better time to go and scout, because it should be a little bit quieter around the outside. But I don't know what they had there. It was pretty quiet when I left.
Those things can change so quickly, though. We've seen the pace that some of these things can move at.
Of course, but if there is a time, then now would be the time, because I guarantee we're not the only group of people here, I presume, unless we are humanity now.
Yeah, no, you are. We have seen some bandits, some army presence, and God knows what else, but not for a couple of days. But no, I think we should whilst the sun is out, whilst we have maximum visibility, let's see what we have ahead of us.
And strike while the iron is hot, I suppose, is the saying that people would say.
It is indeed.
Given that that's not going to be, since it was only yesterday that the power went down, only kind of a couple of hours before I was here, not everybody's going to know about it.
Okay.
As I'm doing that, I'm trying to do it because I'm not specifically inspiring. I'm trying to kind of G everybody up and use my power my skill, I suppose.
Yep.
Of the inspire skill, would that count towards it, or as it?
Yeah, if you did it as a how long did it last for?
So it basically, the way that it reads on there, I'm just kind of having a quick look. So it gains until, so they can't gain any more temporary hit points until a short or long rest is finished.
But you gain
is
some.
The way that it reads in the book. Yeah, so basically anyone up to 6 friendly creatures within 20 feet of me who can hear me and understand what I'm saying gain my level plus my charisma modifier, so in total it'd be 3.
Nice.
Temporary hit points, and that can include going above your maximum.
Nice. Yeah, so as you're going through, and then, so before you'd gone through the plan, I assume, Matthew, you would have gone to get Beth. Beth, would you have been willing to come back inside and listen to the plan for the day?
I would have gone inside and listened to the plan, yeah. But
You're still quiet and on the outside. You're not 100% happy with it.
I'm not. So just to clarify, obviously they were talking about the plan to go to the medical centre. So would I have been in the room when they were talking about that?
When you came, but yeah. So once they had the first conversation, Matthew would have gone and got you, and then when you came back in, that's when that had been the time that Kieran was drawing out the plans, and then said, right. So you all kind of sat around with Luke as well, and he's gone, right, this is how it's drawn out. This is where the information. This is what I found. This is the entrance you'd find, and just that. Realizing now that's a level of information that in everything you've done over the past 7 days, you've never been this informed about anything. So you're like, okay, cool. So when we get there, we know exactly, like, at least we know a little bit about what to expect. This guy does know roughly what he's talking about. There's still a little bit there of like, well, he could make it up, but why would you then go to the extent of drawing out? If you're going to make it up, why would you draw? You just wouldn't draw anything out, would you? So, yep.
I have 2 thoughts in mind, and I need to work on what would Beth do, which is where it gets a bit more complicated. Because realistically, the fun thing to do is to proceed with the mission at hand and go to the medical.
I mean, if it's not clear, kind of, sorry, if it's not clear, like I am trying to persuade, I don't know whether it's worth doing any sort of check or anything like that. But I am trying to persuade to try and do it now.
It's not going to change Beth's mindset. Beth's stupid. He's not very good at persuasion. I think Beth probably doesn't want to go back fighting. And the build. Okay, I'm going to do it in character. I think it's too early. We need to strengthen this place. We almost got overrun yesterday. Pops is well, bad, and I think we need to fortify to defend it. It's a big house, but if we lose it as quickly as we took it, then it's not worth.
Mm-hmm. And so as you've gone through the plan, you're all kind of getting ready, and I'd say like this time, Luke, Matthew, you're kind of like packing your bits up. Kieran, you're kind of getting yourself prepped for going out for a short mission. And Kieran would come up to you, Beth, and just kind of get you eye to eye and just be like, I understand, Beth, this is not what any of us want, but if we go out without our full complement, without the full strength, then I fear that even more of us will be left behind. I promise you that this mission is not to go out and fight. We're not looking for a fight. We want to scout ahead, take the time, have a look what is around, and if there is any sign of danger, we should come straight back. We are not looking to do anything apart from gain some insight into the next level. And I agree with you. The reinforcement needs to happen in the base, but we do not have the start. We do not have the materials. We have the skill. Luckily, you are here. We have the skill, but we do not have the materials. We need to take our time and survey the area. And I know for me this is a selfish one, but I would feel safer with you with us as we go and look at this medical center, because Pops is going to need all the help he can get.
If there's any danger, I am coming back here.
No, I agree.
I don't want to fight.
No, we will do exactly that, Beth. I thank you. Thank you for trusting us.
Fuck. That's easily persuaded.
Cool. So you guys, yep.
Just quickly checking with it's all of John's stuff. Was that left in his bag in the house?
Yep. And he would have had his stuff on him that you could have got as well. Which I'm
and his hammer was in a zombie's head.
Yeah, apart from the hammer, which was in a zombie's head outside.
But you buried me.
You buried him with his hammer.
Before we go,
yeah.
If it hasn't done already, I want to find some twigs and put like a little cross over the two graves that we've dug.
Yep, I like it. You can do that. We could have done that during the night, we'll see.
Put like see if I can find like a. Actually, what month are we in?
Like March time, late March.
See if I can see any like. No, it probably wouldn't be flowers or anything that I can put on it.
Daffodils.
Yeah, daffodils on it, on both of them.
Yeah.
And then I want to walk away from it like I'm Tom Cruise walking away from an explosion.
From the graves. So
yeah, looking back.
Oh, okay. You can do that perfectly. So yeah, Matthew, you would have, as you would have taken some of the stuff that John had. He didn't have that much on him being the evening. But yeah, as you've got your bag there, Burns already sent me the stuff he's got there. So he had the bolt cutters. He had in there.
Okay.
And then he had some matches, lighter, a bit of like cigarettes and alcohol and stuff. Some duct tape, some zip ties. Yeah, most of it was incidental. Bolt cutters could be useful.
Radio.
Yeah, I'm gonna take the bolt cutters. Yeah, the radio.
Oh, you had
was
yeah.
in his bag, wasn't it?
Yeah, and you had he had as well as his hammers. He did pick up. You picked up one of the machetes as well, right?
I did, yeah.
So yeah, if anyone wants to pick them up,
Do you know what? I might.
there's one going spare from John as well.
Knife to the machete.
And I had a waterproof jacket.
The machete's D6, right?
Yeah.
Yes, I might change. Might leave my knife behind and grab the machete instead.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So you all pack your bits up. You see Akira takes Pops' machete and pops that in the side of her belt and putting a pack together as well. Okay, shall we head out?
Yeah, let's get moving.
Sounds good to me.
Okay, well, Doctor leads the way. So you guys head out down towards the main road, jump or open the fence, go through the fence, and take your time to look within. Hallwood seems very quiet. It seems like again any of the shambling ones that moved. You notice, Kieran, that the horde you had seen on the entranceway up to the dual carriageway are not there anymore. So you assume they're either the ones you fought or they've gone up onto the dual carriageway themselves, hearing something along there. So yeah, the town looks clear, and you turn to make your way down towards medical center. How would you like to make your walk in the bright day? The road is very much like any of the country roads you've walked before. Single track road, grass verges, hedges along the side. A little bit closer to the dual carriageway this one gets as you go towards the main medical centre. You can see it this time. Wait, before you've just heard it, you can kind of see it through the next field, the next farmer's field where the dual carriageway is. But yeah, would you like to just walk down the road? Are you approaching it in a more stealthy manner in case anything's ahead, or over to you really?
Suppose we go stealthy, wouldn't we?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It would take a bit more time to get there, but you're not just traipsing down the middle of the road. And that's without John shouting "Oi" at every zombie that walks by. You might have to do something else. Cool. So can you give me a group stealth check, please?
Oh, natural 20.
17.
Because Akira rolled a 1.
4.
Yeah, there we go.
Kieran?
Sorry, what was the question?
Stealth check.
Okay. 9.
Oh. Okay. So you'll make your way down the road. You kind of split side by side as you're making your way along the single track road, and as you're creeping down. You feel like you're going quiet enough. You're still making a little bit of noise. You're kind of brushing against things. The hedge is way closer to the road on this one than the others. There's less of a verge, but you're creeping down. Who would be leading? So I'm assuming Doctor's at the front. What would be the pie? If you were to split, what would be your kind of marching order?
I'd be second, just behind the Doctor. No particular reason.
Okay. It's watching that ass.
Fuck's sakes.
Fuck's sakes.
I'll probably.
That was in character, by the way.
I'll probably stay at the back.
Okay.
Of the group.
So Akira can take the lead on the other side. There's only 4 of you, isn't there? Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. So Doctor and Akira leading either side of the road with the 2 guys behind them as they're walking forward. So Kieran, can you give me a perception check, please?
I rolled a natural 1.
Nice. Akira.
There'd be 5 with Kira.
With what?
There'd be 5 with Kira.
Yeah. Sorry, but we've. Oh, would. 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, there would be. Yeah, Beth there as well. Okay, so you split 2 and 3 as you're going through, and you're walking down the road. Akira's seeing nothing as she's walking down as well as you're creeping down, trying to keep an eye. The sun, as you're getting close to that midday now, is right up, and the way it's beating down towards you guys, you kind of getting. You know where you get the kind of heat waves on the tarmac, and it kind of obscures the vision further out than probably like 50, 60 foot. So you're not seeing anything as you're walking through. You carry on, and after about 20 minutes, you start to see the signs saying that you're coming up towards the medical centre. And as you are kind of creeping your way along, making yourself slow, you're hearing little bits in the fields to your left and right, slight murmurings, but you guys are keeping yourself fairly quiet. They don't sound like they're getting too close, but they're definitely, the closer you get, you're hearing more murmurings from the surrounding fields, maybe a little bit in front, and you see a character, a humanoid figure in front of you walking down the middle of the road. Looks like walking away from you.
I immediately kind of stop and just kind of crouch down a little bit and look over to the other side and kind of double take between Kira and the person.
And she's like, I don't know. It doesn't look. You're like trying to study out. It's like it doesn't. It looks like it just looks like you. It's weird to see one on their own if it is one of them.
Kind of have a look. I don't know if it come under like a size check or perception again. If there's a different roll, is there any sort of mannerisms that it's using, or is it just stood there?
No, it's walking away. But yeah, roll a perception again. And anyone else that wants to roll perception to check. So you're all kind of been alerted as you've stopped. Luke nearly walking into the back of the doctor because he wasn't paying that much attention.
On purpose.
Yeah. Oh, sorry, I fell into you.
Is that your phone, or are you just happy to see me?
Excuse me.
16.
16.
Say I have rolled one, but I rolled a 2. So
Yeah, you were just looking at.
I got a 14.
Okay.
I got what is this perception?
Yeah.
20. Dirty.
Oh, nice. Okay. So, so Kieran and Beth, as you're kind of looking forward to checking out it, from the mannerisms, it looks like someone walking down. And as you, Beth, as you squint a little bit more, you're like, I think they're walking with like they're walking very upright. So like you almost are like very gentlemanly, if that's the way of describing it. Walking very upright. But as you squint, Beth, you're like, I swear that they've got a cane in their hand. And you're like, that's odd. Like I've not seen a zombie running around with
Are they wearing like a really long jacket in leopard print?
They're not wearing a really long jacket in leopard print, no. But yeah, you're like, and then you kind of look back and you're like, this, and Kieran, you don't quite make out the cane, but you see that the person, they're not, the mannerisms are that of someone walking quite tall, quite straight, not crouched, not shambling, not sprinting. There's no punched the mic. No animal nature to them. Just looks like a gentleman walking in. And yeah, Beth, you pick up that extra detail of a cane in the hand. You're like, what is this?
I'll kind of stand up and walk kind of in the middle of the road where they are.
Yep.
And just kind of not casually walk up towards them. I don't want to like shout or anything, given that we've heard.
They're walking. They're walking the same direction you're walking. So they haven't clocked you. They're walking their way. So you're both going in the same direction at the moment. So yeah, if you go towards, you're trying to get their attention.
Kind of get a rock or like a stone from the side of the road, and just try and throw it in their general direction. It looks like a terrible throw, but just kind of try and throw it in their general direction to get some sort of attention from them.
Okay. Bern, would you like to give me a perception roll, please?
Oh shit!
That would be 2 seconds. A 12.
A 12. So as you are walking along, making your way towards the medical centre, as you feeling a little bit better than you had done over the past couple of days, now the sun is beating down, you've kind of you've got your eyes closed as you're just taking in the sounds. The sun is on your, like, beating down in your face. It's almost like you feel like a lizard trying to recharge yourself. You hear the skipping of a stone behind you.
Bern has literally played more characters in this D&D than he's had Twitch names, which is a shock.
I sort of stop and it kind of glances behind me. It's like, what was that noise?
Mm-hmm. So as you turn around, being as low as their stealth rolls were, you see groups of people flanked, kind of crouched down either side of the road, about 40 foot back from you.
I sort of a bit wary. I just look at them and try and see what they're doing. Because I'm not sure whether these zombies or I kind of almost sort of half panicked, like I've been caught out.
So as you turn around to face, we won't change over the thing now, but Ben, if you would like to describe as he turns around and you guys have kind of got up a little closer, for you to be able to get that stone launch, you've stepped up to that distance, and in this bright sun, as he turns around, you'll be able to see clearly who there is facing them. Okay,
so facing you is Dr. Ebola, Edward Bowler, Ted for short. He's like a elderly bald man, like he's about 53, 55, kind of age. He's got a waistcoat, sort of suit pants, shirt, tie. You probably won't make it out, but like a gold pocket watch, and quite fancy looking cane in his hand that he's using to walk with.
So yeah, you throw the stone, Kieran, and lands, and then the figure stops, turns around, and that's what you're greeted with.
Yeah. As he turns around, just kind of wave as like a normal gesture, because I'll kind of be stood up in the middle of the road rather than crouching, and just kind of wave while I'm walking towards them.
Yep.
I wave back.
Okay.
And I kind of say, hello.
So you guys kind of walk together in the middle. Kira kind of follows in flank, kind of to your side. Just so as you're stood there, Kira's kind of on your shoulder with her hand on her blade on her left hand side, just so she's there closer to you, but just in case. Yeah. Are the rest of you following in as well as you kind of this meeting together? Beth, Matthew, Luke?
I'll still keep an eye out, like back down the road, just yeah, I kind of back up towards them, but keep an eye for down the other side.
Okay.
There's more new people. What? And that's kind of just all I'm gonna say.
Am I doing the thing we talked about earlier?
Yes.
I'm going to say I walk up and just kind of offer a hand as a handshake. Hi, the name's Dr. Darden.
Kieran gets bitten immediately.
I startled. Creepers, fish, bites. There, down.
It's okay.
So Kieran,
where are you heading?
As you're looking at here, as you got closer, you look at it now. You see that what is like quite a distinguished gentleman's features and attire. But as you get closer, you can see like the lips are quite cracked and dry. And as you get closer, you see there's kind of a quite like a shake almost to him, but not one of like dehydration and malnutrition and being in the sun, and he just looks like he's in a bad way. Not too a little bit bruised and battered, and the clothes, there's a little bit of a dishevelment to the suit, but yeah, you just, when you look at him, you can see he's trying to process what's going on. His eyes are really wide, and you can see that the face is slightly gaunt.
Immediately kind of like half turn to Kira, but kind of keeping looking at him. It's like, Kira, do you have any water?
And then she releases and sees us and grabs the flask and passes it to you.
Just kind of almost kind of try and feed him water while holding the back of his head almost. So kind of switch from shaking his hand to then trying to basically feed him some water.
While he's doing this, I'm kind of making the motion of like using a steering wheel, going broom, broom. Oh, there, broom.
No, just relax. And just kind of, I'm physically pouring water into his mouth.
I choke him.
Pull it back a little bit and just kind of, not like fully upturned, just like slowly pouring water into. I'm not waterboarding someone.
Pin him down and drown him. Yeah.
And then kind of pull the bottle away after a little bit. So, are you okay there, sir?
Wet. Fresh.
Here, have some more, and then go to pass him the bottle rather than pouring it.
Yep. So
I kind of take it and just look at it. I'm just looking.
Yeah.
What's this thing?
So you look at it, and yeah, as you're like staring at it, and you drink it a little bit more, you kind of you take it. You take like 30 seconds to yourself just to drink, and then stop, and then drink, and then stop, and you feel your breathing come back to normal, and you kind of get the breath in. The rest of you kind of seeing this guy, and a weird one, seeing from what you've seen before, going to seeing someone who is just thirsty, is crying out for some water, is something you haven't experienced in this. It's not been a famine situation. It's someone trying to eat you and kill you. So seeing someone in this state is almost a different kind of shock for you all.
Thank you. Who are you?
So as I mentioned, my name's Dr. Kieran Darden. This is Kira, and then kind of turn to my other side and kind of almost hit him accidentally. And this is Luke. We were just heading down the road. Do you know where you are? Can I ask your name?
My My name's. You're a doctor, yes?
I'm a doctor of science. Yes.
Oh, I was science. I'm also a doctor, but of medicine.
Ah,
The name's Doctor Ebola. Edward. Just call me Ted. Ted's fine.
nice to meet you, Ted. And I'm Kieran. This is, as I mentioned, Kira and Luke, and there's a couple of gentlemen just down the road in Matthew and Beth. Just kind of gesturing towards them.
Yeah, Kieran kind of crouches down. Yep.
Am I in this conversation here?
Yeah. So if you want to walk up, so Matthew held back and was keeping the perimeter. If you want to come forward and talk, you've kind of just been watching this. First off, this person just turn up and their attire kind of doesn't really fit with what's going on. Then the kind of babbling speed, it's just like processing everything as it happens.
I kind of peer to because with Kieran standing in front, I kind of peer side round him and side raise my hand and say, "Pleasure to make your acquaintance."
I'm going to say I presumed that Luke was stuck to me.
Yeah.
So that was why, as I turn around to my left, I may have accidentally hit him as I introduced him.
I'm in this conversation. No, you're just staring at Kieran's ass. Look,
Yeah. Well, now I've heard there's a second doctor. My eyes have just widened a little bit.
Oh, you're the worst. So Akira would kind of crouch down in front of you and say, "Hey, Ted, it's nice to meet you. Where have you come from? Where have you been?"
I was based at the army base where everyone's evacuated to. I was a doctor there.
And she turns and kind of looks back towards Beth and Luke, knowing that this is the same kind of story that you guys had.
And then there was just I was in one of the tents, because I've got experience with field hospitals. I've done work abroad and stuff like that, and so they drafted me in. I was one of the doctors there trying to tend to the people. This outbreak of whatever it was. I was told to look for signs of the flu, and it's kind of that kind of stuff. And there's an awful panic, and then all of a sudden the tent I was in sort of collapsed on me. People running all over me, and I guess I must have passed out or been knocked out. And I came to, and I sort of took me a while, but I managed to free myself from the tent, and there was just carnage everywhere, and I could see these things, these creatures almost, but the humans. So I just climbed on top of a lorry that was there. I was up there for a day or two. I got some bits together that I could. And when I saw there's a chance to get away, I slipped away. And I just made my way down the dual carriageway, going from car to car, just trying to take my time. And then I was walking down this road, and I guess I was dehydrated, I'm getting, and
you know this. You know where this road leads to?
Well, I'm not from the area as such. I know you can get it's quite close. It's nearby where the army barracks was based, and like I say, there's cars just parked up everywhere, just abandoned.
Yes.
And I was just been making my way just down there, and I've ended up here, wherever here is.
Yeah, so there's we were heading just the same way ourselves. There's a research center that I was based at down here. That had some medical things to one side. I mean,
yes. I think I might have been in there myself. I remember being in somewhere and looking for, because it's somewhere near Horwood. There's a medical center.
correct. Yes.
Right. Yes, I was in there. I knew that was there, and I went looking for some supplies. I got a couple of medical kits and what have you. But it sort of seems half like a dream. And I must have left there and started walking this way. But the rest is like a blur until I met you guys.
Jesus.
Sounds like you're very dehydrated, friend. I'm sure Kira wouldn't mind if you keep hold of the
No,
water
honestly.
for now.
It's very much appreciated. Thank you. Thank you.
Keep on. I think some of our companions here were at the same base back in
Oh, they were.
back in Buckingham. Yes, it is. Did you see any sign of the army come back?
No. Like I say, when I was there, it was almost deserted except for these things. But
And you left.
human like people, but
Yes.
not
No.
people.
Yeah.
They're like some wild, animalistic kind of humans.
Almost feral.
Yes, feral. That's definitely the word. Yes.
Okay.
It sounds like you know what these things are. Almost.
Yes, we have been living with them for the past week at least, and yes, they're not to be messed with. Okay, but do you know when you left the base?
I think it must be, well, like I say, of recent times it's just become a bit of a blur. I'd say a day or two ago, perhaps.
Okay. No, makes sense.
Let us continue our conversation while moving.
Yes.
Time is of the essence.
Can I make an insight check to see if I believe these people, if they're friendly?
Yeah.
And there would have been something while I was saying when I said feral.
Mm-hmm.
I would have smirked a little bit.
Yeah.
13.
So yeah, with 13, you don't get anything from them. You don't feel like anyone's been disingenuous from what they've said so far. So yeah, there's.
I feel like
you feel like the fact that they're giving you water and they're sat and they're talking to you. They've not said anything outlandish or anything that would worry you. If anything, yeah, your story is more elaborate than what they've told you so far.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, if you, Ted, if you have it in you, we're gonna head towards that base, and well, I suppose, gentlemen, do we have room for one more?
I mean, you could certainly help with Pops.
I think we do, yeah.
It seems like you have come from heaven, as I say. We have someone that could definitely do with your help back at the base.
Of course, you've anything to repay your kindness. I guess I didn't know where I was going, so certainly, if you'll have me, I will gladly travel with you.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so I suppose, gentlemen, what do we want to do? Carry on to visit, or make our way back and hold up? We are most of the way towards the center now, so we could take a look at the outside, get the feeling.
We might as well scout ahead.
We can certainly scout. I think if I remember rightly, there was a couple of hills or trees around the outside, around the fencing that may make it easier to scout on rather than entering.
Mm-hmm. That sounds good. Beth, what about you? I know you are not always comfortable.
I'm just
just in the toilet having a piss. I didn't even hear what you said.
I said, West quietly taking a tree against a tree. Someone else do something.
Zakira turns around. She looks at the best, just squatting, just caught like. Okay, no.
This is taking role playing to a whole level.
Squatting?
Well, there's a shot.
Oh, sorry. Because he does sit down wheeze. He doesn't like standing up. We've just it's canon.
Oh, that's a good point. He does do sit down wheeze.
Sit down wheeze.
But not outside.
Okay.
Anyway. Quick to sit from the walk.
So okay, let's, Ted, if you have it, if you had it, we are promised we are not going to get into any violence. We just want to have a look at this medical center and see what it might provide.
No violence. I want for presuming human life, not taking it.
Okay. Let's
A man after my own heart.
let's make our way, gentlemen.
Of course.
Cool.
Start heading towards.
Yep. So you help up.
You, Kieran?
After you, Kieran. Oh, one in front, one behind. So you make your way towards the medical centre. And as you come up towards it, you see actually very far off, like kind of the hedges and the trees fade away, and there's like a grass verge, probably 10-foot grass verge that runs up to. So there's nothing that runs right up to the fence. Then there's a metal fence that you can see run round, and the road passes through, and there's an entrance across the kind of like sheeted corrugated fences. So as you come towards the edge of the hedgerows, you've got this 10-foot gap, then you've got the fence, and then you've got the building and the car park inside that fenced area. What would you like to do?
So how would you guys like to go forward if we're looking to scout? Here it is.
I think so. I think having a look at what is outside, where the entrance is, and how it lines up with your map would be very useful.
Yeah, just kind of take there's probably like a couple of bits of paper that I would have drawn on and go around and be like, I think this was where I came out. There was a arm for letting cars in and out where they would usually check IDs. And I think that there would have been the exit that I came out of. Just kind of point towards one of the fire exits.
So, everyone that wants to, give me a perception check, and we'll see how much detail we pick up.
Oh, nat 20.
Oh,
5.
16.
Sounds like we're going to get all the information, doesn't it?
22.
Oh, all right. No one else show off. 22. Where did I have the map?
It wasn't natural.
Nat 20 beats a 22.
Yeah, nat 20 beats the 22.
Perfect. So as you're kind of crouched up along the hedgerow, you look in, and as you realise that there's no zombies wandering nearby the fence, at least, you kind of make your way out into the open, keeping low to the ground and keeping your kind of profile against the hedgerow, so you're not silhouetting yourself. And you look out, and what you see in front of you is a one-story medical centre. It looks there's a few glass windows around the side. They look to be reinforced from where you are. You can see on the side closest to you is the entrance that Kieran talks about, and you can see where there's a gap in a doorway that's been forced open on the ground floor. You see the entrance, and it's kind of from the way you're looking at it now, it looks like it might be a H. So like you have two protruding front bits, and then there's a bit in the middle that kind of cuts in, and on the left hand side is where you can see this entrance. The right hand side, it just has a few of those corrugated windows as well as the middle. And then what comes out in front of you from there is a car park. There's a few cars dotted about, 5 or 6 cars in the car park still. And then you see that entranceway that Kieran was talking about, the guarded entrance, just a one little security shack with the arm, and then you're into the car park. So you have 5 or 6 cars dotted about, and then they're making your way towards the entrance. The one thing you do notice with the natural 20, other than just how the building is lined up, is how you've managed to get up close to the fence, and the zombies aren't kind of shambling around, the ones in there. You can see that there's quite a large group, probably about between 5 to 10 around that door, around that one little opening. You can see the opening, but they're not making their way in, they're banging up against it. But in the car park, there seems to be like a trail, like they're almost walking in a line, but every zombie seems to be making its way towards the building in some way. Some of them have kind of crouched up into a wall, some of them are stuck on corner areas. They're not moving with purpose, they're still in that slow kind of shambling state, but then all of their direction is being pulled towards the center. There's not one zombie that isn't moving in a trajectory, as slow as it might be, towards the center, which is odd because not that you've sat and studied them a lot, but normally they're moving about or milling about. When you saw them in Hallwood before and they were around the car, they were kind of moving towards the car, they were bumping off the car, crossing the road. They never seem to have any directional purpose until they smell and were tasting something. These ones are in that slow shambled state, but seem to be being drawn in a direction. They're all facing one direction, which makes your view, that's where you realise you can get such a good view, because none of them are looking your way. You relay as much of that or a little of that as you want to everybody else.
So there seems to be seems to be a few outside in the car park, but it's very weird. It's not like their usual movement. They kind of feel like they got purpose, but haven't at the same time. They're all heading towards the building, but they're not like. Usually, when they've got the scent or something, they move a hell of a lot faster. These are just shambling around like they would anywhere else, but all seem to have that common goal of the building.
As he points out, you kind of spot round, you notice that, even where one or two might be like stuck walking into cars, the reason they're stuck is because they're not bouncing off and changing direction. They're trying to move through the car to get towards this thing.
Yes, they're all like making a straight beeline for that building. They almost like they have no awareness of what else is around them at all.
They're like moths to a flame.
That's a very good.
What is
Kieran,
it?
was there anyone else in the building when you left?
When I left, no. Like I was, my colleague had left the day before, I think it was, and then I was just left, and then the power went. I don't remember seeing anyone. There was kind of over the last couple of months more. There was more military presence, but that seems to have stopped. I didn't see anybody out, but then I was kind of guided by fire exit lights more than anything else.
So there's a whole other part of the building that you've probably never been to?
Like I said, I've been pretty much living in the lab for the last 6 months.
Okay. So we need to find a way to get in. If that is the entrance, I mean, it looks like we could go through a window possibly, but they are reinforced. So unless we could find another one, it's going to be getting through or getting these guys away.
I mean, we've got a car, so we could maybe try and get someone to drive it away and beep the horn.
That will just draw it towards the person, or surely.
This is true, but the car would be quicker than. It depends which way you drive. You drive away from us rather than to us. That could be. Maybe we should take some time to think of some distraction techniques.
Maybe we head back and have a think about it.
I think if we do not want to take on. Well, I don't think that it warrants us trying to fight our way in if we can pull these guys away, and we know the taste of blood is what they want.
I agree. If there's so many at the door, who's to say how many of them got in if they're all walking towards the building?
This is true.
And also, if we do take them away, we need to make sure we don't take them towards the house.
This
Then
is
we're
also
creating
true.
another problem. Yeah.
Well, we've got some things back at the base. Oh God, this accent is killing my throat. So maybe we take some time to think of a distraction plan, an entry plan. I think the less we have to fight, the better.
Sounds like a plan to me.
Yes, and Kieran, your knowledge is going to be very valuable. But I'm kind of keen to get our new friend here, Ted, back to see Pops. If we can get him up and fighting, he could be very useful.
Did you say it was only one story?
It's one story. It's one story. Your lab was basement floor 1.
Ah, okay. It's just okay. That makes sense.
Yeah. So what you would have known it, and you probably would have explained. So it's one story as you look at it from the outside. On the outside, it is called a medical center. There's no one local, so you wouldn't really know. But there was some talk about it. The only reason Ted knows about it is because it was talked about at that base. There was a medical center nearby, but it's one of those that, like a medical center that's gated off. It was a bit hush hush about what it was really doing, and all the work they had was below. So you were working on basement floor 1, and basement floor 2 was the one that wasn't available.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Because it does go down, as I mentioned before, that it was further down where I worked, so it can be deceiving given what could be there. I'm intrigued as to what is drawing them
We do
towards
not
it.
want to get trapped inside as well. Okay. Well, I think we've got some good information. Good to see it is here. We've picked up a new friend, which is always good. But yeah, maybe we take today to rest up, to come up with some plans, and then at first light tomorrow we just make our way here, unless we want to do it at night.
Yeah, I think waiting a little bit of time. I think, did someone mention? Well, I'm sure that you mentioned, Kira, potentially fortifying the base up a little bit. It might be a good idea while we check on Pops. Taking some time to, the gentlemen need to process what's gone on over the last couple of days. It sounds like as well. I'm kind of looking towards Beth as I'm saying that. Just kind of the focus is there a little bit more.
Part 2 of his poo came on.
Fuck off.
Yes. Finally, one for Herb. Perfect. Okay, so you guys, unless there's anything else you guys want to do, looking at scouting out the place from there, then we'll pack up and walk back.
I'm fine heading back.
I mean, you got that 20.
Fine. Yeah.
It's pretty good. Cool. So that's what you have in front of you. I've got the map ready for next time. But yeah, you see this building. You've got the entrance there. You've got a couple of cars that are knocked about the car park, and there's nothing there other than the cars that are covered between. So you know that you need to, if you are going to get in, you need to get in and get down to the basement level. And Kieran knows that there's a level below that which he doesn't have access to, but can be accessed, we assume, as you make your way back towards the Horwood house with new friend in tow. Does anyone have any questions for a new friend, or are we happy to finish there with you all arriving back at the Horwood house?
Yeah, I just want, when we get back to the house, I want to quickly go back out to. Actually, no, it's from one of the zombies, isn't it? I'll grab John's hammer.
Yeah.
And I mark another thing into the handle for another kill, and then put it into my bag.
Legacy death weapons.
I mean, I don't know if there's enough space on the handle now because he's got quite a few.
It's blood hungry. Perfect. All right, we shall finish there. So you make it back to the house. It was like midday-ish. So yeah, by the time you get back with the walking to and forward, it's probably early-ish afternoon. And then we'll pick up from there next time with Lazy Boy Dylan waking up. So a whole lot of shit going on. Yeah.